City, you see Holcomb on the same field, and you know it's going to be a whale of a ball game.
Well, Adam, I looked up. We've played 5 times in the playoffs. This will be number 6. Scott City's won 3 of those playoff games. Holcomb's won 2. Pretty even.
Yep.
I'm telling you, this is going to be a great game. I just think this is going to be a really exciting high school playoff atmosphere. When we play Holcomb, a lot of times it feels like playoff atmosphere a month ago when we played them. But I really do. It's a lot better evening for football. The wind's blowing pretty good out there, which could cause some on special teams. But I'm excited to be here.
We are too. Yeah, first time Scott City's in a sectional game since 2019, and that happened to be on this place here at Darner Field. So we should be in for a good treat. Holcomb for the first time since 2017 into the sectional round. Beavers, the winner of this game will take on Andale or Cheney. Next Friday night in Sub-State round, and of course that could be determined if Scott City wins and Andale wins, it'd be at Andale. If Scott City or Cheney would win and Scott City win, it'd be here. But Holcomb win, they'd be on the road either way. We're going to step aside for a 3-minute break, and when we do come back, we're going to hear from head coach Jim Turner as Scott City and Holcomb meeting up for the 27th time in the series history, but the 6th time in the playoffs. Back in 3 minutes. This is Beaver Football.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we bring you the best products in agriculture through the Max Yield system, placing the right products on every field of your farm. Use Axis Seed, BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio to enhance your crop's resilience and productivity today. Trust Red Barn Enterprises for all your crop needs, and join us in cheering on the Beavers.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
BBN is brought to you by Lone Tree Farms, J&R, Nextech Wireless, Pioneer Communications, S&T, Scott County Hospital, Scott Co-op, Security State Bank.
Support Project Prom and get the chance to win amazing prizes for the Project Prom raffle. There are 42 drawings with various prizes. You can win cash prizes, chamber bundles, beef bundles, and much more. One ticket is $10 and 6 tickets is $50. To get a ticket, contact a senior. The drawing will be on December 17th, 2024, and you don't have to be present to win. Buy a ticket today from any SCHS senior and help create an unforgettable Project Prom.
Of Scott City.
Welcome back to Darner Field in Scott City. Adam Kadavy with you on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with you and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. I'm joined here with Coach Jim Turner here in the pregame. And, Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. It was kind of a nasty game last Friday night. The weather was definitely an equalizer in that game, but you guys were able to pull out a 9-7 victory over the Heston Swathers, a win in the regional round. But you get to the sectionals for the first time since 2019, and just kind of a rough game all around. Looking back, what did you see with your team in that win over Heston?
I think we came through some adversity pretty well. You know, we had a lot of things we struggled with. The weather creating some of those issues, I think, but a couple of things on defense were just, you know, letting up on plays when we thought somebody was tackled, which I think gave their kid about 60 yards on 2 of his carries combined. You know, just was our kind of errors where I think we came from the outside and kind of let off and thought he was tackled, then he broke free a little bit. And, you know, and then the red zone issues were a lot dictated by the weather because we were limited on what we could do. And, you know, after kicking in pregame and then, you know, the one kick that got blocked, which may have been a savior because we were able to fix the problem where it got blocked at. But we're concerned about trying to kick field goals, you know, in the monsoon-like weather we had. So yeah, those are the big issues. And, of course, you know, we kept control of the ball most of the time. We had one turnover there, but overall, you know, the turnovers were a huge concern going in, which didn't really occur as much.
Well, and it was just kind of a field position game that whole first quarter and a half almost with ball pretty much played on your side of the 50-yard line.
Yeah, you know, the weather. We toyed with the idea of kicking off, you know, defending a goal if we won the toss. We didn't win the toss, but we still had that option, but we went with the ball. And, you know, hindsight, you know, if it's somebody we were a common opponent we were used to, we may have done that. But we were just limited on what we could do. I mean, we're not probably a line up and drive it down the field, right down your throat, you know, kind of team. We got to be able to mix it up a little bit, and the weather stopped that.
Defensively in that second half, you shut them out, shut Heston out there, and really limit their run game and got the quarterback scrambling a little bit. They did get a little bit on that final drive, but able to seal it with an interception. Just the adjustments you guys were able to make, even on offense, the adjustments you're able to make, just kind of proves that you guys are really focused in despite all the conditions.
Yeah, you know, I think that can take a lot away when you have those kind of conditions. You don't play in that kind of stuff very often. Even, you know, we practiced in it kind of once on Monday. It was kind of wet and messy, but the other days it was a little bit nicer, so we didn't really get a good venture of that, and they didn't either. But you know, I think it probably hindered our play more than it did theirs.
Once again, it is Coach Jim Turner here in the pregame today. Scott City takes on the Holcomb Longhorns, sectional round 3A playoffs, a familiar opponent, and Holcomb beating them on their turf 9-0 5 weeks ago in district play. But Holcomb, this is a team that's really starting to maybe gel a little bit more here, and they showed that really in their rally over Rock Creek last week.
Yeah, we're going to play really well. They're a good team. They're big. They're physical. You know, they're going to be a challenge for us, and the 9-0 game's out the window. You know, we got to come back and take care of business, and hopefully, you know, we play just as better on defense because we weren't very satisfied with some of the things we did there. But offensively, we got to hopefully our offense is a little more wide open where we were hindered last time with Camden's injury being the first game. He really struggled with that. So hopefully we can have a little extra to give him on offense and play really well on defense.
I know the first time around, Holcomb held you guys to 61 yards on the ground there. What are some things that you maybe want to do a little differently to kind of get that ground game going?
Well, we got to be able to just do what we normally do, you know, and we struggle with it. But part of that is our running game with our quarterback. When we get him loose, it's another dimension, and we didn't have that. We also fumbled the second play of the game, which is probably going to be a plus 20-yard gain around the end because we had it blocked really well, and we just lost it in the backfield. So, you know, that's hopefully they think they did a great job and won't change a whole lot. You know, but we just got to do a better job up front, sustain a block, stand on them, and, you know, they got some size. Their defense is really good. You know, we're going to play really well.
Yeah, getting to this sectional game, it's been 5 years since you guys have been to the third round of the playoffs here. It's an extra week of practice. I know you want to live in the now moment here. You have to with Holcomb here tonight, but it's good for some of those that are kind of the next man up.
Yeah, you know, back in some of those years when we were steadily deep in the playoffs, you know, we win 4 years. Some of our guys, our state championship team, played about another season, you know, from freshman on through. So, you know, you start adding those weeks up, it makes a big difference. And we got to take care of business tonight, not worry about any of that. But we just need to come out and play well, and we can work on whatever happens after that. Get another week, that'd be great.
Once again, Coach Jim Turner joining me here pregame tonight. Scott City taking on Holcomb round 2 with the trip to Sub-State on the line. And, Coach, thanks for the time as always, and good luck to you guys.
All right, thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Beaver Coach Jim Turner. Your pregame interview is brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with you and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. More to come to pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup. Also bring you starters, keys of the game, and the kickoff after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver football.
Red Barn Enterprises is proud to offer Meristem crop performance products, including Upshift C and Revline hopper throttle. These innovative products help reduce fertilizer waste and boost your crop's performance, ensuring healthier plants and better yields. Committed to our community, we proudly support Scott County Athletics. Choose Red Barn Enterprises and Meristem crop performance products to enhance your farm's efficiency.
Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Faroe Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
We believe investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
Nothing win at Holcomb, and a kind of it was a good old defensive battle between the two programs. Scott City got the field goal right at the end of the half, and then they got a tip pass or a catch for a touchdown to go up 9-0 for their points in that game. And Holcomb had their chances, could not get into the end zone. Scott City's defense really stymied them, especially in that second half here. As we take a look at this matchup here tonight, we start off on the Scott City side. It wasn't a great game last week. The weather was the ultimate equalizer. I give credit to Heston. They gave Scott City everything they wanted and then some.
Yeah, that's right, Adam, with that wind and that rain and the cold. And, you kind of had the feeling it was going to be that kind of game. And when we, they scored first, kicked the extra point, we score and fail at the extra point. I had a feeling the game might end just like that.
Yeah.
That's just, that's how close a game it was.
For sure. But, Scott City, I tell you, the defense was the winner in that one for sure. They, after that second quarter touchdown, they only had one other drive that went deep into Scott City territory for the rest of the night. So the defense really stood up well. The offense moved really well, and there was no issues with the offense really in that second half. They would get in deep into Heston territory 4 times and only get one score out of it in the red zone. That one was a little concerning there, but if they could just get one more drive and get the win, and they definitely got it to the end.
Well, that was a good thing, and I kept thinking throughout the whole game somehow, how the Beavers are this year. They just do something in the second half and win games, and so when they lined up to kick that field goal, what a great deal that it went through. That was an awesome. And think about the kids. And that winning that game in that type of fashion, that'll be a memory forever.
Oh, for sure. 9-7, and then Heston drove down, and Scott City got the pick right on the final play to seal it there by Camden Volgamore. And Scott City's offense this year, 33 points, 360 yards of offense per game, and they've been 231 on the ground, 129 through the air. Last week, the Beavers ended up with 254 yards of offense, 170 coming up on the ground there unofficially. On defense, pretty decent effort, 173 overall, 109 on the ground for Heston, 64 through the air, but 7 points. That was the big thing, and the defense has just held solid, and as it has for offense this year for Scott City with a balanced attack with Kevin Weeby back in the lineup tonight, Kelton Cook, Caden Couchman, Camden Volgamore. You go down the line, Matthew Wheeler, Pierce Vallejo, all have gotten significant touches this year. You go to the defensive end, and Oscar Mendez has just been a terror at the linebacker spot. He now has over 100 tackles on the year, and he had 13 more against Heston last week.
Well, and think about Holcomb's. Their top guy only has 80, so Mendez is over 100.
Yes.
That's crazy, Adam.
It absolutely is, and the defense has played really good football here this year, and really has been pretty solid when they've needed to the most here, and it's been fun to watch there. But Scott, and then we all start with the defensive ends, the Case Armaderos and Jackson Rumford, and even go to the D tackles, Ryan Lott, Emilio Contreras. That's been a pretty solid lineman. I'd say all 4 are all league caliber linemen for Scott City this year.
No, I agree with that totally. I think we've. That's one of the things I've heard around town. Guys have noticed. The old lineman guys. They go, "Have you noticed our line, Tim?" "Oh yeah, I've noticed our line. They're looking pretty good."
Well, and then you flip it over to the other side for Holcomb. It's a team that averages 338 yards of offense and a pretty balanced attack. 183 on the ground, 154 through the air, and 26 points. And they rely on Johnson and Johnson in the backfield. Keegan Johnson, he's a 3-year starter at quarterback. Corbin Johnson's been a starter since a freshman year. He's a junior at running back, and those two have combined for 21 rushing touchdowns this year. Keegan is just under 1,500 yards passing with 8 passing touchdowns. But and then they've gotten Cooper Cranston, a freshman, a very athletic freshman, involved in the game a little bit more, both run and passing as well. But they have a pretty decent line as well, led by their senior Drayton Knoll.
Oh, man. Have you looked at their lineman weights?
Yes.
They are huge, Adam. I mean, we've played some pretty big teams, but these guys are just massive up front there.
Yeah, and they've been a juggernaut there. And after the Scott City loss, they beat Hugoton 33-6. They really got it going in the second half after that game was tied, shut out Southwestern Heights. Held off a very solid Marysville team, and then, of course, the Rock Creek Rally last week to win that one 21-14. And Corbin Johnson, the junior linebacker, I mentioned him on offense, having a good season. He's been a pretty good stalwart in that middle linebacking core, 83 tackles, and he had the pick 6 on the middle screen that gave Holcomb the lead late in the game against Rock Creek last week.
Oh, man, I was watching that game, and that quarterback threw that ball right to Johnson. I mean, right to him. And I just kept thinking, I can't believe he's throwing that. I can't believe he's actually throwing it right at the Holcomb guy. And then I kept thinking the quarterback would catch him and he'd never get into the end zone. That didn't happen. Johnson's got some wheels. What was that, 50 yards or something? wasn't it, for a pick six?
About 51 yards. Yep, 51-yard pick six there on the middle screen on third down. And that was a big game-defining moment as here comes both teams out on the field here. And we've got an outstanding crowd here tonight at Darner Field for it here as well. But Holcomb's defense, they've been pretty tough this year, after the 38 points they gave up to Cheney to begin the first game of the year. They have held their opponents to no more than 21 points since, and that was Goodland back in week 4. But they're a team that only gives up 9 points a game and a little over 220 yards of offense per contest.
Well, Adam, I just think I don't know. I've been trying to decide with this game. Is this going to be one of them high-scoring Scott City Holcomb games, where it's 28-27, or is this going to be one of those 9-7 games? I can't get my finger on it.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Well, we're going to take our final timeout. We're going to bring you starters, keys of the game, and the kickoff here. Let's take a 2-minute break. This is Beaver Football.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain attractive places to live, work, and raise a family.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
BBN is brought to you by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, Norder Supply Incorporated, Ag Management Services, Bogomore Family Farms, White's Food Liner, Scott Community Foundation.
And they guarantee them with their 2-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage, rental reimbursement, roadside assistance, and more. Get peace of mind with your next pre-owned vehicle. Buy Lewis Certified. See the full Lewis Certified guarantee at buylewis.com.
The Scott Recreation Commission.
Let's go ahead and bring it back after this commercial's up, please.
Center. No matter what your focus is, the Scott Recreation Commission features a wide variety of fitness activities, including free weights and cardio.
Okay,
With
so sorry.
membership, you're able to access
No worries.
not only the fitness area, but also group fitness classes. Find out your workout opportunities at the Scott Recreation Commission Fitness Center, 912 Jefferson Street in Scott City. You can also sign up online at scottrec.org.
Back here at Darner Field here in Scott City as we get to your starting lineups once again presented by Security State Bank in Scott City and Leota. Here we'll get to the Holcomb Longhorns. Trey Teeter, his second season as the head coach for the Holcomb Longhorns. He'll start Keegan Johnson, the 165-pound senior quarterback, a 3-year starter for Holcomb. And 1,500 passing yards, just under 300 rushing yards this year, and 15 total touchdowns, 8 passing, 7 rushing. For Corbin Johnson, he's a 185-pound junior running back, 14 touchdowns, 1,100 yards this year. The wide receiving core, we're going to see Javid Corrali Jr., also Cooper Cranston, a freshman, Jared Harrell, senior, and Luke Tyna, Jr. The centers, Ethan Zapata, he's a 250-pound senior, Jordan Garcia, a senior, and James Bishop, a sophomore, the lone non-senior lineman starting. Emmanuel Anguiano is a left tackle, and Drayton Knoll, who's been getting a lot of Division I looks, he'll be at right tackle tonight for the Holcomb Longhorns. For the Scott City defense, coached by Jim Turner in his 9th season, it's Ryan Lotta and Amelia Contreras are the defensive tackles. Defensive ends, Case Armendariz and Jackson Rumford. Armendariz with 8 sacks this year, Rumford with 6 and 73 tackles. Interior linebackers, Oscar Mendez and Trey Ryan, Caden Couchman, and also Brody Holstein are the outside backers, the secondary, the corners. Once again, Alex Tarango, Peyton Bergner, and the safety is Camden Volgamore. Now to our keys to the game here, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout.
I think tonight's game, the keys to the game is turnovers and special teams play. Special teams play, of course, being kickoff, punts, returns, kickoff, extra points, that kind of thing. I think those things are going to be very valuable in this game, along with the turnovers.
All right, once again, those are your keys to the game, presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. It's turned into a little bit of a blustery night with wind gusts out of the south-southeast at 35 to 40 miles per hour right now. 58 degrees here at Darner Field here under the lights and under the big supermoon known as the Beaver Moon. It's the last supermoon of 2024.
Is that serious?
That is true story.
Okay.
I was informed of that this morning and then looked it up for sure. It is.
Okay, I just thought we'd better make sure. I love it. It's a full moon.
You betcha.
It's helping to light up the game.
That it is. Scott City did win the toss. They elected to defer the second half. They'll defend the south end zone. Holcomb will defend the north end zone. Jackson Rumford to tee it up at the 40-yard line. The Beavers tonight are wearing their dark blue tops with the light blue helmets, the SC decal, and the light blue pants. Holcomb in the all-white pants, jerseys, black numbers, orange trim, and black helmets with that H decal on the side. Rumford this year has 15 touchbacks. Holcomb does have deep to return. Hawk Veneri, the 160-pound senior.
Ball fell over.
Yep. Casualty number one of the night there.
That shows how strong the wind is.
And these winds, they were still kind of gusty warm-ups at 5 o'clock when I got here, but the later it has gone closer to game time, it has gotten a little bit gustier down there.
I agree totally, Adam. I think it's way windier right now than it was when I showed up at the game.
Correction, that is Corral deep to return. Javid Corral deep to return. Also a couple of the up-back returners, Corbin Johnson and also Cooper Cranston. So Peyton Bergner is going to help Jackson Rumford out like he's getting ready to hold the ball in the pickup game for Thanksgiving Day after the turkey has been consumed. Here we go. This sectional game is underway, and Rumford puts a good leg into it. It'll take Corral. It'll be officially a touchback. It took him a yard deep in the end zone. 1st and 10 for Holcomb. They'll start at their own 20-yard line.
Oh, I had a fear that when we started this game, if we kicked off, Holcomb was going to run that baby back 50 or 60 yards. So this is wonderful. My dream didn't happen. And nightmare, I should say.
All right, Holcomb will start off middle of the field, 20-yard line. They'll run 2 receivers over to the left, make that 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. The lone receiver to the right is Harrell. Pistol set up here for Keegan Johnson. Just going to be a quarterback sweep to left. 25. He'll get to the 26-yard line for a gain of 6 on 1st and 10, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 4. So a pretty safe play. Make it 7 yards. 2nd and 3 coming up.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. Direct snap to the quarterback who's 5 yards in the backfield and let him run to the left off tackle.
2nd down and 3. Holcomb 27. Just underway. No score. 30 seconds in. Twin receiver set to the left. And it'll be up the middle this time to Corbin Johnson. And he is brought down for a 2-yard loss. Leading the charge that time, the senior Trey Ryan, who got his first career interception last week. And a loss of 2 sets up 3rd down and 5.
Oh, yeah, we were in the backfield on that one. We had great penetration. And, what is the other Johnson, the tailback? I mean, isn't he like 7 yards off the line of scrimmage?
Yes.
He's way back there.
Scott City's defense this year, 31% on 3rd down. 3rd and 5, middle of the field. Holcomb 25 for the Longhorns. No score, 1st minute. Play clock down to 15 as Keegan Johnson sends a man in motion, 3 to the right. It'll be just a quarterback sweep to the right side. He'll turn it upfield. He's got the 1st down across the 30 and brought down at the 31-yard line. Make that the 32-yard line. They'll actually give him the 33. Alex Tarango with the tackle.
Well, I don't know how many. I didn't have on my thing how many Keegan Johnson quarterback rushes yardage this year.
76 coming in. He rushed a lot more as the season's worn on, but this is pretty much the same play for them to the right side as they ran on the first play left.
Yeah.
They have it at the right hash mark, 33-yard line, 2 wings, 2 receivers, 1 split to both sides. Shotgun set up here. They'll send Cranston in motion. He'll get the jet sweep play left side, and Scott City's going to bring him down right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. And a good defensive stop that time by Trey Ryan once again. No gain for Cranston, 2nd down and 10.
Cranston is a true freshman, and he's the only freshman on the field that I –
Yes.
Yeah, as far as the 22 starters on each side of the field. Holcomb, they do 8 guys both ways. Scott City is using 7 players both ways.
2nd down, 10, 33-yard line, no score. 9:48 to go first quarter. Ball on the left hash mark. 2 receivers set to be an option keeper. Johnson will keep it himself. That's the quarterback, Keegan Johnson, and he gets blasted at the 34-yard line. Just a gain of a yard, setting up 3rd down and 9.
Now, them Johnson boys, are they cousins?
They're brothers.
Or brothers, okay.
So, big 3rd down.
And you said Cranston is a cousin.
Yes. So another big 3rd down here in this ball game as Luke Tyne will be split to the left. They'll run Harrell, also Corral, and Cranston to the right, or 1 to the left. That's Corbin Johnson. 3rd down and 9, 34-yard line, 10 to snap it. They'll swing it out, little tunnel screen left side. Scott City has it defended well, but it's going to be no gain on the play. There was a host of Beavers. Trango slowed him down, finished off by Volgamore, and no gain on the play on the little pass out to the right to Harrell, and it's going to be 4th down and 9, and Holcomb will have to punt into a stiff wind.
Yeah, as soon as Harrell caught the ball, he's got 2 blockers right there in front of him, but Scott City recognized it really well. Boy, they got right in there, stopped that play at the line of scrimmage.
We're going to see it'll be Keegan Johnson. He averages around 25 yards a punt. Alex Tarango deep to return.
Into the wind.
High snap here. It's a spiraling kick, and Tarango will let it bounce. It takes a sideways roll at the 30, rolls up a yard to the 31-yard line. So it's 35-yard punt, no return with 8:20 to go first quarter. Scott City with the ball for the first time and no score.
Well, that punt was a spiral and turned over and punted a little ways away from Tarango. I think he did a good job allowing it just to hit the ground instead of trying to catch it on the run.
31-yard line left hash mark for the Beavers as they have the wind at their back here for the final 8:20 of this first quarter. Scott City will spread 2 to the right. Pistol set up, 1 receiver left. It'll be up the middle to Kelton Cook. Hits a wall, and then he's going to be brought down at first by Drayton Knoll. Gain of about 2 to the 33-yard line. In there as well was Jared Harrell, 2nd down and 8.
Well, we tried to spread them out to run on them. I like that philosophy. Get rid of a couple of tacklers by moving them over, and then the safety has to also kind of move over that direction too.
2nd and 8, 33-yard line for the Beavers in their own territory. 2 wings, Rumford to the left, Tarango to the right. It'll be Volgamore back to pass, swings it out left. This is caught, and it is complete by Wiebe to about the 38-yard line, setting up a 3rd down and 3. Knocked out that time by Veneri. It's going to bring 3rd and 3.
I like that. The wide out goes straight down the field, kind of drawing people with him. And then we have a Wiebe, from his wingback, comes out on a down and out. And he was open. Pass was delivered and caught.
Scott City this year on 3rd down, 61%. 3 yards to go, a 4 receiver set, twins to both sides. They'll send Wiebe in motion from left to right. Volgamore rolled to his right on 3rd down. Swings it out to Couchman. Oh, it's almost picked off. Reading that in Lates was Corral almost picked it off of Couchman right at the 40-yard line. And if he caught that, he would have housed it.
He was on the move, Veneri. And I don't know. We got a K-State track guy back there, a quarterback that probably could have caught him. Maybe. That'd have been quite a race to watch. I'm glad it didn't happen.
You're right. So Scott City's going to punt here on 4th and 3 at their own 38-yard line. No, Scott City will punt this here to be Rumford. He'll stand at about his own 23 to take the snap. From Easton Eisenhower, Holcomb has 2 deep to return. Rumford this year averaging around 41 yards a punt. It's a high snap, but plenty of time to reel it in, no rush. And he kicks this one away. A high kick, not a great kick with the wind at the back, and takes a sideways roll inside the 40 at the 36-yard line. It's just 12 of 26-yard punt here with 7:28 to go first quarter.
Boy, of all the places where we could have turned the field with the wind at our back, that would have been the time to have cranked out the 65-yarder. That's what I was hoping for.
Oh, for sure. Yep, no score still. So both teams, Holcomb did get one first down. Scott City did not, but here we go. Second series for the Longhorns. The 4 receivers set. They have twins stacked on both sides from their left hash mark at the 36. It's a play fake. Nope. Keeper up the middle. Here comes Keegan Johnson, first down. Across midfield into Scott City territory, all the way to the 47-yard line, brought down by Couchman, and also in there was Emden Volgamore.
He is a weapon. Keegan Johnson. He is... What is he, 5'6" or 7"? He looks like he's a little short guy.
Yes, he is. Well,
but he's really fast.
That was a gain of 18 yards, and it puts Holcomb on the plus side of the 50 at the 7:20 mark of the first quarter. From the Scott City 46 left hash mark, they'll send a man in motion, corral left to right. Pistol setup. This will be up the middle once again. 45. Here's Corbin Johnson near a first down. Inside the 40, they'll mark him about a half a yard shy at the 37-yard line. And Holcomb finding something right down in the teeth of the Scott City defense.
Sure are. That's 2 times in a row kind of between the tackles. Man, that was quite a hole. Now they got a short second down. They could do a lot of things from this spot.
2nd and 1, Scott City 37, left hash mark, 6:50 first quarter, no score, but Holcomb with a nice drive going on 2 plays, 2 tight end sets. Harrell will go in motion from right to left. It's a pistol setup, and it's going to be a handoff once again up the middle. Keegan Johnson blasts through for a first down to the 30-yard line, and it was a tackle made that time by Case Armendariz at the 30-yard line for 7 more.
Well, one of the things, I love it that we get to play Holcomb in the playoffs, okay? But we already beat them.
Yeah.
It's hard to beat a team twice, We're really going to have to buckle up
There's
here.
A lot of teams that saw that last week. 30-yard, 1st and 10. It'll be a sweep left side. This is to Keegan Johnson, and Scott City better defends that one. Just maybe about a half a yard to the 29-yard line, setting up 2nd and 9 near the midway mark of this first quarter.
Well, now's the time at that 29-yard line. Hold them now. There's no way they could kick a field goal into this wind, in my mind.
Absolutely not.
So, it's 4-down territory. So let's. That was number 1. Here's number 2.
No score so far, but threatening is Holcomb. They'll run 3 receivers to the right side, 1 to the left, 1 in the backfield. With Keegan Johnson, he'll send Harrell in motion, and roll it to his right is going to be Keegan Johnson on 2nd down. Swings it out, passes deflected a couple times and incomplete. Good job by Trey Ryan getting his hands up as they tried to get it to the intended receiver, Jared Harrell, and it's going to bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it about 9 from the 29.
Oh, Holstein almost had that baby, Adam. He had it on his fingertips.
Yeah, you're right. That was Holstein.
Oh, well.
I said another player, but yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. Hey, you're excited too.
Yeah, Holstein, he's the team leader in picks this year of 4. Holcomb's going to spread it out to a 2-by-2, 3rd down and 9. Scott City 29 toward the left hash mark with 5:37 to go in to score this first quarter. Option pass play, and wide open is Cranston. First down inside the 20 and into the red zone down to the 13-yard line. Scott City did not have anybody around him there. That was Holstein on the tackle, and big pickup on the play of 16 for Holcomb.
Now, I had my view on the inside there. I thought, okay, they probably won't throw it. They'll go back to Johnson on the inside. They didn't do it. So Cranston catching that, I didn't see who was supposed to be covering him or what the deal was.
7th play of the drive for Holcomb. 5:15 to go, scoreless first quarter. Harrell in motion, 2 tight ends set up, 2 receivers now to the left, 18 to snap it up the middle. This is going to be Corbin Johnson, for 3 to the 10-yard line. He was wrapped up there by Case Armendariz, 2nd down and 7.
This Knoll kid, Adam, you said the offensive tackle for Holcomb, getting some looks, Division I type stuff?
Yeah, he was just offered recently by Western Illinois.
He is a big, 6'5", 310?
6'5", 310, and not a lot of fat on him.
Oh, man, I've been watching him. He is impressive out there.
And I think we're going to get
what do we got?
They're going to reset the play clock. They're bringing Cranston out. They're going to bring in Devin Garcia here at the 10. 4:42. The clock is temporarily stopped. Looks like there's something. They're going to check Cranston out, the injury after maybe one of the plays.
Yeah, they took his helmet off, and they've got him over there on the sideline. I don't know what's going on. He acts okay.
2nd down and 7. Scott City 10 for Holcomb. No score. They send Harold in motion from right to left. 2 receivers to left. Wing to left. Tight end right side. This is up the middle. And that time it was Ryan Lotta meeting Johnson in the hole there for no gain. Maybe half a yard loss. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 from the Scott City 10.
Yeah, Lotta was right there. Right there and had him.
He had a big game last time around. These two teams had 9 tackles.
You know what I think? I think Cranston may have had some blood on him. That's why they took him out.
Holcomb is 2 of 3 on 3rd downs. 3:55 first quarter, no score, but they have it 3rd down and 7 at the Scott City 10 right hash mark. They'll run 2 wings, 2 receivers, 1 to each side. They'll send Garcia in motion from right to left, 7 to snap it for the senior Keegan Johnson. And it's a quarterback sweep left side. Trying to bounce it out, and Scott City's going to hammer him for a big loss back to the 13-yard line. Lotta back in there again to lead the charge on a loss of 3, and a 4th down and 10 for Holcomb coming up.
Defensive end, he got across. He didn't give up his position. He stayed there. He made the offense turn inside, and we had Beavers coming to fill in them gaps, and that was a great play. That's how you draw it up on the chalkboard on a sweep. They played it well.
Scott City's defense this year, 41% on 3rd downs. We may get a timeout here with 3 minutes. This is a 4.5-minute drive here. It's Coach Teeter talking to the official with 5 seconds to discuss this 4th down and 10 play, and he calls time with 2 on the play clock. Let's take a 30-second break with 2:53 to go first quarter. A big 4th and 10 coming up here for Holcomb at the Scott City 13. No score. Back in 30 seconds. This is Beaver football.
Western State Bank, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center, LLC, Spray Foamit, LLC, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services,
Diesel Repair, Decal Bear. Adam Kadavy, Tim McGonigal with you from Darner Field and Scott City sectional round 3A playoffs. No score, Scott City and Holcomb, as Holcomb burns their first time out of the half with 2:53 to go first quarter with no score.
Last week, when Holcomb was at Rock Creek, I think they only scored 2 out of 5 times when they were in the red zone.
Yeah.
So, there's a good opportunity Scott City could stop this.
All right, here we go. 4th down. It's an empty backfield. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. From the Scott City 13, 4th and 10 for Holcomb. Now they'll send a man in motion from left to right. That is Corbin Johnson. It's going to be a carry, and this time losing yards. Trey Ryan gets through there and drops Keegan Johnson back for a loss at the 16. A loss of 3, and it's a turnover on downs.
That was kind of a inside reverse, misdirection type of thing. They started the play coming to the right, but then they pitched it back to Johnson as he goes into the inside. You'd think shuffle pass type thing. That's what it looked like. Scott City had penetration. It was slow acting play. Scott City blew that thing right up.
So the Beavers will have the win at their back for the final 2:48 of the first quarter, but they get a big defensive stop. Here's the pistol wing tee, and a little too excited with Scott City on 1st and 10 from their own 16. Jake Eicher, the white hat tonight, calls false start on Scott City. It's 1st and 15 now from the 11.
Yeah, that wasn't one guy. That was about half the team was moving.
That's what you call adrenaline at its finest.
Yeah, everybody had it. Let's go.
So it'll be 1st and 15 at the 11 for the Beavers here. Late first quarter, no score. 2:48 to go. Scott City will go 3 receivers to the right and an empty backfield, wing to left, receiver right. Volgamore rolls to his left on 1st down. Now under duress, will have to step up, and he loses one. He's still going to the right side across the 15. He gets outside the numbers across the 20. He makes something out of nothing, and he'll take it to the 22, gets 11 on 1st down. Make it 12 to the 23.
Well, maybe the leading rushers of the ball game are going to be the 2 quarterbacks tonight.
They could be. But that got Scott City out of a little hole, and it sets up a 2nd and 3. Yeah.
Well, that does get us out of a hole.
They are so
good.
far.
They could have had him back at the 5.
Pistol wing tee on second down. Weeby carry right side. He will get to the 25-yard line. He'll need a full yard for the first down. Cooper Cranston fills the hole there for the tackle, 3rd and 1.
Yeah, that's a big down. We want a 1st and 10, and we want to keep moving the sticks. And we only get one chance to do it. We're not going to go for it on 4th down from our own 25.
Yep, for 3rd down and about a full yard for Scott City, right hash mark toward the Holcomb sideline. They have 20 to snap it. Final 2 minutes of this scoreless first quarter. Beavers still looking for their first down of the night. Rumford will move over, and he'll be lined up as a receiver to left on 3rd and a yard. Holcomb shuffles around on defense with 8 to snap it. Carry left side for Cashman. Can he turn it upfield? Yes, he can. He gets met up right at the 26 and is driven back, but it looks like it might be enough for a first down. If it's on the hash of the 26, it's going to be a 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, he got it.
Yeah, he did get it across the 26. 1st and 10 Beavers.
Oh, I was thinking he might have almost left too soon from his wingback position.
I was wondering that too. We'll call it a gain of 2 to the 27. So the Beavers get the first down. Final 95 seconds of this first quarter, no score. First down, here's a big carry for Weeby, a first down across the 40, and back pedals his way to the 47-yard line for 20. That was a quick hitter right up the middle for Weeby for 20.
Oh, I love it. I just like the idea. That was that's... Well, he's a wingback, and so he's really close to the quarterback when he gets that ball, and he's moving really fast. It's just a good play.
47-yard line, 1st and 10, minute 15 to go first quarter, 2 receiver sets. Plenty of time to snap it. It's going to be a quarterback sweep left side. This is Volgamore. Outside the numbers 50, into Holcomb territory to the 47-yard line. He's brought down that time by Hawk Vinieri, the 150-pound senior, second down, or 160-pound senior, second down short coming up.
There's 2 real philosophies going on out here on offense. Holcomb's got a guy 7 yards from the line of scrimmage that they hand the ball to. Scott City's, we got guys that are, 3 or 4 yards from the line of scrimmage, and I like our philosophy better. You can hit the hole. You don't have to hold them blocks, sustain them forever.
Couchman and Weeby will be split to the right. Pistol set up, and we have a flag. I think that's going to be a false start on Scott City. They're moving on the left side of the line with 35 seconds. So 2 false starts here. Scott City getting a little too excited in their stands.
Took a long time to get those 2 wideouts way out there. And so that, because they were going to the wide side of the field. And that's part of the issue. And the guys on the line get to looking around. And once you put your hand down, you can't pick it up and move.
That's right. So 2nd and 9, ball back into Scott City territory at the 48. And the same formation, Trang to the left, 2 receivers to the right. Pistol set up, tight end right. Volgamore will hand it off. Fumbling a bit initially was Cook, but he reels it back in and gets to midfield. That could have been disastrous, but it's going to bring up 3rd and 7 as the first quarter comes to a close. Well, round 2 between Holcomb and Scott City. It's the same score as first game. No score. 12 minutes in the books. We'll step aside for a minute timeout and a big 3rd down at midfield. When we come back in a minute, this is Beaver Football.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problem. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we offer a full range of products to boost your farming success. As your locally owned Axis Seed regional company, we offer products to support the health and productivity of your crop. With a wide selection from BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio, we have everything you need to protect your crop from abiotic stresses and feed it for top yields. Proudly supporting the Beavers, Red Barn Enterprises is your local partner committed to your crops and community.
Play resumes here in the second quarter. The big 3rd and 7 for Scott City right at midfield, and you hope that the penalty doesn't come back and hurt the Beavers. No score here. 6th play of the drive. Ball right at midfield. No score to begin the second quarter. The Beavers into the wind here. Vogelmer looks right now, looks to his left. Now be under duress as he's going to go down all the way back at the 41-yard line. Ran out of real estate that time. In on the sack was the big Drayton Knoll, his third sack of the year. And Scott City will be forced to punt into the wind.
Oh, man. That wasn't a good feeling.
No. That's negated a pretty good drive for Scott City as well. And so they will end up at their own 42-yard line, their second punt of the night. Got an official timeout here, early second quarter.
What are we doing?
Oh, somebody's got their headlights on in the north end zone watching the game.
Yep.
If you're in the north end zone there, check your lights.
In your car. Thank you.
Good work. Good work. Teamwork makes the dream work. Here we go. Rumford to punt for the second time. Did not get a good punt with the wind at his back. We'll see how he does with the wind in his face here. Better snap this time, and here's a kick. Almost blocked. And this is a good high kick, but it's going to die, and it's going to take a sideways roll. It ended up looking good, but it ended up not. Got a little too high that time, but he had to with the rusher coming in. It's going to be marked at the 41-yard line of Holcomb. So that'll just be 17-yard punt.
Well, one of my keys to the game is special teams. Special teams play. Can you win the special teams play? And at the moment, we're giving Holcomb field position. That's a dangerous thing to do.
They've started at their own 20, their own 36, and now they have it at their own 41 in a scoreless game. Two receivers both sides, left hash mark. Keegan Johnson, the senior quarterback, bobbles a snap, but throws it left, finds the receiver Harrell for a gain of 4 to the 45-yard line, pushed out by Peyton Bergner. So it's set up a second down and 6.
You know, I was looking at Holcomb's roster, and now the 22 starters, they got 14 seniors starting, only 6 juniors, 1 sophomore, 1 freshman. They're pretty much a senior-led team here tonight.
Yeah, both sides kind of are.
Yes, we are. But we have more. We have 8, I think it is, younger classmen.
Second down, 6, 45 of Holcomb in their own territory. No score. First minute of the second quarter. Man in motions corral from left to right. Two receivers now to the right as there to be a quarterback keeper. Right side breaks through there, but gets hit by Oscar Mendez. About a gain of 3, and we got extracurriculars at the end. No, it's getting a little chippy here. 47-yard line, third down and about 4 coming up.
Oh, the big guy from Holcomb, he just wasted one of our guys on a block. And then I think one of our guys slammed into him and knocked him to the ground, which I don't know how we did that, but at his 6'5", 310, but maybe they all tripped over each other.
It's all right. It's not a Holcomb, a Scott City rivalry without a little excitement in it. Longhorns 2 of 4 on third down. 10:20 to go first half. 3rd and 4, 47-yard line for Holcomb in their own territory. Cranston now moves motion to left. It's going to be a handoff up the middle, and he's blasted. Keegan Johnson. Or Corbin Johnson. Doggone it. I keep getting them wrong. Corbin Johnson with the carry, but right there was Emilio Contreras to drop him for a yard loss. And it's going to be a 3-and-out here for the Holcomb offense.
Think of it this way. Keegan is the key to their offense.
Yep, there you go.
Key to the offense is Keegan.
I've known those kids for quite a while, and I'm sure I'm not the only one that's gotten their names wrong. But it is Keegan Johnson that's going to punt this one for the second time this half. He has the win at his back, standing at his own 33. He gets this kick away. A high kick. Tarango deep to return. He'll make the catch. He'll sidestep a couple. Across the 20, 25. He gets blasted right there. That time
flag.
By Reese Rome, the sophomore. You mentioned a late flag on the play.
I'm wondering.
At the 26.
Block in the back, I think they're going to call.
But that was a pretty good punt there. It was, about 38-yard punt and about a 10-yard return here with 9:34 to go first half.
I thought maybe at the first they were going to call, what do they call that? A personal foul when they hit somebody up in the face area with their helmet. Because Tarango, he went down just like bang. He really got hit.
Since Scott City gets penalized for the third time this half. And they will start at their own 15. They've started at their own 31, their own 16, and now their own 15-yard line. Still scoreless. 9:34 to go second quarter, still scoreless. Rumford will be the tight end left. Two wings set up. It's going to be a handoff left side to Catchman. Guess what? Another flag comes out as Catchman gained one to the 16-yard line. It's going to be a legal shift on Scott City.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think that wing back we may be moving a little early. Might as well put him in motion.
Yeah. Well, they already had one in motion. They had two in motion.
Oh, that's what's going on. Oh, my God.
No, it's going to back up Scott City. Well, we think.
Did they turn it down?
Are they gonna,
he hadn't just marched it off yet.
Yep, they're going to back it up to the 10-yard line. So Scott City already with 4 penalties, 25 yards. It almost feels like it's a mirror image of the first game when Scott City had a slew of penalties in the first half.
Yeah, the guy out there in the middle, he put it at the 8. And the guy on the sidelines going, hey, he was yelling at him, put it at the 10.
So
can't you count?
Yeah, 1st and 15, 10-yard line. Scott City tightens it up. It's going to be a quarterback sweep right for Cam to Vogelmore. Turns it upfield 15. Oh, he was close to breaking that, but he gets it to the 17. Setting up a 2nd down and 8. Keegan Johnson, the senior, makes the tackle, but that gets Scott City into 2nd and medium here with 9 minutes to go first half.
Well, you got the wide side of the field to the left now. Run the same play that way. I'm telling you.
Right hash mark. Beavers go to a power eye. They may get flagged for illegal substitution. Too many men in the huddle.
Yep.
Gosh, dang. 5 penalties already.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Oh, nope. They're going to call the timeout, so the flag will not stand. We'll take it as well. Break for Scott City here with 8:45 to go. Second quarter, no score. Let's step aside for a timeout. This is Beaver football.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Questions, call 620-872-5811.
Scott City getting a break. They're getting the timeout instead of the legal substitution penalty. Football presented here by Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Benz, Fairleigh Companies, First National Bank, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker, Fro Heating and Cooling, Fro Ag Service, Fro Electric, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services, a Great Western Tire, Deck Mart Furniture. Out of the Scott City's timeout, 2nd and 8, 17-yard line, and the Beavers will change it up here a little bit. 2 receivers to left, 1 to the right. Pierce Vallejo enters as the tailback. He's got to be careful not lean a little bit too far, and it'll be a play fake. Vogelmore rolls to his left, just tuck it up and run, and he will. 20, 25 first down as he gets hit forward to near the 29-yard line, and a nice design play that time and a good decision as that tackler that time was Jared Harrell, but Scott City has a first down.
Yeah, take your wide outs and run them off like there's going to be a pass. It was really a bootleg is what it was with a planned Vogelmore run. And just like I said, hey, go around that left side.
Vogelmore, 29 yards on 5 carries. That includes the sack, and he ironically got it to the 29.
Well, do some. Here's the wide side of the field this way. Let's come this way with some fast guy. Do the same thing.
Lightner will be split to the left hash mark. 13 to snap it for the Beavers. No score. Tight end right side. Man in motion. Maybe a play fake as Vogelmore will try to keep it himself, and he will. Trying to get outside the numbers. Holcomb defends it well this time, and they hit him right for no gain. And a good defensive play that time. Leading the charge or making the stop was Hawk Venerieri, the senior. 2nd down and 10.
Well, a good thing they don't have 4 or 5 more Johnsons on that team.
Yeah. They've been good players for a while.
They have, and them two are making a lot of plays out there.
It's a 2nd down and 10 at the 29. 7:35 to go second quarter, no score. Triangle will be split to the left. Pistol wing T, tight end right is Rumford. Man in motion, and it'll be a play fake. Vogelmore now rolling to his left under duress. Now he's still scooting left, fires it late and underthrows it, trying to get it to Kelton Cook. But that time it was Emmanuel Anguiano, the 250-pound senior, applying the pressure on Vogelmore. Sets up a 3rd and 10.
their big guys, linemen, run pretty well. That's just, I don't know.
That time he was untouched was Anguiano.
Yeah, he just was chasing Vogelmoor. There was just no way he was going to get away.
3rd down and 10. Scott City just 1 of 3 on 3rd downs. They're at their own 29, no score with 7:23 to go second quarter. 2 wings set up. Vogelmoor back to pass, has time. Now gets hit as he throws, and the pass will be incomplete. Sets up a 4th down, and Holcomb will force Scott City to punt for the 3rd time tonight.
Well, I know we got to punt into that wind, but let's get a good snap to start with.
Yep.
And then we'll keep the ball low, hopefully, and drive it into the wind.
Rumford will stand at his own 15 to take the snap. 2 to return for the Longhorns. You have Corral and Johnson. Higher snap, but plenty of time to boot this one away. He gets a good one into the wind. Fair catch signaled for, and making it right at the 40-yard line was Javid Corral to make it the 41. So that ends up being about a 30-yard punt, and no return with 7:11 to go first half, no score.
Well, man, Holcomb's right where they were the last time.
Yes, they were. Yes, they are.
41 again. They're 41. I don't know. This is just like defensive battle here, Adam.
Holcomb will start with 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun setup. Now they'll empty the backfield. And passes almost picked off. That time, Brody Holstein stepped in front of it, and there was it was Tarango fighting off a block on the outside. They tried to swing it out to Corbin Johnson from Keegan.
I couldn't believe Keegan Johnson threw that ball out there. I mean, I could see Holstein standing there. What? Yeah,
that was Holstein who fought through the block by himself and almost had the pick.
Man.
2nd and 10.
You should have used his body instead of his hands trying to catch it.
Well, I don't think he expected it like that. 41-yard line for Holcomb. They will send Corral in motion from left to right. The senior quarterback, Keegan Johnson, bobbles a snap, but he has time as he rolls to his right. Now steps up, now under duress, and he's going to be brought down. Back at the 35, Emilio Contreras, Case Armendariz team up for a sack, and it's a loss of 6, setting up 3rd and 16.
Adam, I'll tell you what I think's going on here. These two teams know each other so well in the game of football. We've played so many times, 5 times in the playoffs. So that means we played them twice that year, just like this year. That's why the defenses are ruling this game. That's what I think. I think defense I got an ugly feeling this will be 0-0 and we're in overtime.
You never know. That was Armendariz's 9th sack of the year. Contreras' 3rd. 3rd and 16. 8 to snap it. 6:20 to go. Second quarter. No score. 3 receivers to left. 1 to the right on 3rd and 16. Johnson's going to go for the deep ball. Right sideline. It's going to be incomplete. Overshot his intended receiver, Jared Harrell. Blanket coverage by the senior Alex Tarango. And the Beaver defense gets their second. 1, 2, 3 and out.
Well, this is going to be the game with a jillion possessions for both teams, and nobody does much of anything with the football. At least that's the way it's looking at the moment. Special teams are going to win this game. Somebody's going to block a kick or a punt.
Scott City did block one against Holcomb in week 6. They're brushing him. Here's the kick away at angled left side, and Tarango will make the catch at his own 25 across the 30. And juke move, and he'll be brought down. No, he's still on his feet. He's going to be brought down at the 29-yard line. But a good punt into the wind of about 40 yards and about a 4-yard return with 5:58 to go here in a scoreless first half.
All right. Yeah, we got it.
Yep, just past the midway mark of this second quarter. No score. Scott City, their second best field position of the night, this time at their own 29-yard line. They'll line up in their pistol wing tee tied in left side. This will be a carry left side. This is being swallowed up. Kelton Cook immediately by Drayton Knoll right at the 30-yard line for a gain of a yard. And Cook has had a hard time running here tonight. Just 3 carries for 5 yards, 2nd and 9.
Well, let's see. That was a 310-pounder against what, 175?
Yeah. That's the ultimate swallowing of a of a running back.
Mm-hmm.
2nd and 9, 30-yard line, middle of the field for the Beavers. No score. 5:25 to go second quarter. Couchman and Trango split to the left. Trango split to the right. Oh, that's going to be a flag on Scott City. It was Weeby left. And the Beavers have been their own worst enemy with penalties tonight.
Well, I was hoping that issue would be corrected tonight. And it's Adam, they aren't judgment calls by the officials. These are just penalties by the kids are not maintaining their discipline.
So I guess it's going to be 2nd and 15, 24-yard line. So I guess don't credit Cook for that yard rush there initially. Scott City tightens it up, counter up the middle. This is Kevin Weeby. He will inch his way back to the original line of scrimmage, and they blow the play dead at the 29-yard line. So he gets 5, sets up a 3rd and 10.
Okay. We need some rhythm here to our offense, and how do you get that? You get a 1st and 10, and then you get another one, and we haven't strung anything together like that tonight.
Yeah, Scott City just 1 of 4 on 3rd downs. 3rd and 10 at their own 29-yard line. We're at the 4.5-minute mark of the second quarter, no score. Couchman will be split to the right, Tarango to the left, as well as Kevin Weeby. Tight end right is Jackson Rumford, 8 to snap it. Vogelmoor has Cook behind him as a pistol back. Now Cook will empty the backfield on 3rd down and 10. Vogelmoor with time. Sets up at the pocket. Pocket collapses, and he is going to be brought down at the 27-yard line. Devin Garcia with the sack. And this defensive chess match continues here in this first half as it's another punt coming up for Scott City.
Well...
So that time Garcia got to him. The pocket collapse. That was more of a coverage sack there. As the Beavers will punt for the 4th time this half with 3:51 to go second quarter.
Okay.
And that's going to be a legal substitution on Scott City again. They had too many men in the huddle.
Oh, man.
It's just the same things again.
Yeah, you can only play with 11, but you can't have a huddle with 12. And one of the guys runs off the field. Can't do it. He's got to leave before they break the huddle and runs off the field.
So now Scott City will have to punt this from their own 21-yard line. Good field position coming up here for Holcomb. This one, a good kick, but a fair catch. It's muffed, but falling on it back at the 40-yard line. Just a about a 23-yard punt, but muffed at the 40-yard line. Actually, Corral gains 3 or 4 yards on the muffed punt, and Holcomb with an excellent field position with 3:31 to go second quarter.
Yeah, now they're inside Scott City territory at our 40 with 3:30 to go here in the first half.
You're going to fumble it, I guess. Fumble it forward.
I guess.
And they did.
Thought you couldn't advance a muff.
No. Well, he didn't have control of it, but so
that's where a muff is.
Yep. 2 receivers set to the right, 2 to the left for Holcomb. Right in the middle of the field at the Scott City 40, no score. 3:31 to go second quarter. Holcomb sends Cranston in motion from right to left. And it'll be a quarterback sweep left side. Scott City had it strung out, and they do, but getting about a yard or two is going to be the quarterback, Keegan Johnson, to the 38-yard line. Trey Ryan with the stop.
Yeah, Ryan, he continued. He was chasing, and he had to jump over some kid, and then he dove at the feet of Keegan Johnson and brought him down. If he hadn't continued to pursue, I think Johnson would have went for quite a bit more yards.
2nd down and 8, 38 of Scott City at the 3-minute mark of the second quarter. Still no score. 2 receivers to the right, 1 make that 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Holcomb has Corbin Johnson left of Keegan. Now Corral in motion. Correction, that's Harrell. Pump fake. They're going to go down the seam. They're going to go for the home run ball. The pass is going to be overthrown and incomplete. So they try to go to the home run ball that time. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
That looked like that play earlier where they threw the ball right down the line of scrimmage over there that I can't remember who, one of our guys almost come up with it. But they faked that way, and then they went downfield. But Vogelmoor was running right with that receiver, and there just was – he overthrew him by a couple yards, but Vogelmoor was right there playing great defense.
Holcomb tonight, 2 of 5 on third downs. This is 3rd and 8, Scott City 38-yard line with 2:43 second quarter and no score. 4 receivers set. Now they'll send Corral from left to right. It'll be a high snap pump fake. Now rolling to his left is going to be Johnson. Now he's still looking, and he's going to be brought down all the way back in Holcomb territory. Rumford in there. Also in there, K. John at the 40, where are they going to mark this? 47-yard line. That is a monstrous loss of about 15 yards.
Wow, what defense, Adam. We had the receivers covered downfield. We had, what were there, 3 or 4 guys chasing Johnson in the backfield here?
You're right.
All right, it's time to return a punt for a touchdown. That's the only way we're going to win this game.
Both teams have 2 timeouts here in a scoreless first half. 13 to snap it here is Keegan Johnson to punt for the 4th time this half. And now he shuffles some personnel around it. Not a great snap. Here's the kick. It's away. And this is going to angled right side. It's going to roll inside the 15, inside the 10, inside the 5, and it'll sneak into the end zone. And, Tarango had to be 2nd, 3rd, 4th guessing himself whether to pick that up or not, and he let it go into the end zone for a touchback. 53-yard punt with minute 43 to go, no score.
I think he made a great decision, Tarango did, by letting that go.
Yeah.
You could tell when that was bouncing, it was doing them real high bouncing, he could have easily grabbed that ball. I think it's good he let it go.
How aggressive does Scott City go? They have both teams have 2 timeouts.
Mm-hmm. Good question, Adam.
They do get the football to begin the 3rd quarter.
Who, Scott City?
Yes. Ball in the middle of the field. Reed Felker, the sophomore center, hovers over the ball. Kelton Cook will be a halfback to left. And this will be a carry right side for Cook. Across the 20. He will get 4 on first down to the 24. Sitting right there waiting for him is Javid Carell. 2nd down and 6 coming up. Correction, that was Hawk Veneri. .124 to go. Here we go. 2nd down. Vogelmoor rolling to his left. Steps up. Now has to flush to the right. We'll just try to throw it away. And are they going to get... This shouldn't be intentional grounding. Rumford was the closest in the vicinity. 3rd down and 6 at the 24.
They're talking about
Boy, they are.
Rumford really was. He was about 10 yards away.
Yep. So that clock stops the clock with 1:14 to go. 3rd down and 6, 24-yard line. Scott City will send 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, tight end right side. Pistol back is Cook on 3rd down and 6. They'll send Weeby in motion from left to right. And back to passes. Vogelmoor has time. Now we'll swing it out right. This is Weeby. He'll get it to the 25, and he's brought down by Corbin Johnson, and Holcomb will burn a timeout with 1:07 to go. Nowhere to go on that one, and Scott City now 1 of 5 on 3rd downs.
I think they had Rumford on what I would have called, back in our day, a flag pattern, where it's not really a true down and out. It's a down and out with an angle to the sideline. And that's where they wanted to throw the football. But he was covered. The guy dropped off, and he was covered. And then there was a guy, our guy was deeper, had gone on more of a fly pattern, straight down the field. Safety had jumped over to cover him. So those 2 guys were covered. So he had to go to that 3rd receiver down there by the line of scrimmage, Weeby.
So 4th and about 4, they'll say, the 26-yard line. And both passes in this first half by Vogelmoor have been completed to Weeby for 7 yards. Scott City, though, with another 3 and out. That's their 3rd of their half. And they will have to punt into the wind. Holcomb burning a timeout. They have 1 remaining. And Rumford will stand inside his own 15-yard line to take the snap here. Just 1 to return this. Holcomb may be going for this one here.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. We got to get a good snap. They're coming.
Here's a snap, and the kick is almost blocked. A high towering kick, and it's going to take a roll inside the 45 and will die at the 43-yard line. A 43-yard line. A 32-yard punt, 57 seconds, 1 timeout for Holcomb, no score. Here late 2nd quarter.
Yeah, I think on special teams, guys are going to, both coaches are going to start taking some chances, Adam, in the second half. Some way to kind of break this thing. Somebody's going to have to You know, this is the game that one big turnover, one big block punt, one big return may decide the game. This baby may end 6-0, 7-0.
Holcomb will break the huddle with 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right, 1 in the backfield for Keegan Johnson on 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff play left side. This is to Corbin Johnson, turns it upfield and gets hammered for a gain of 1 to the 44-yard line. Case Armendariz and Jackson Rumford, the 2 DNs, collide with him for a gain of 1. And it'll bring up 2nd and 9 with 40 seconds to go second quarter.
I don't know. They called that timeout. They called that timeout so they could maybe block that punt. And right at the moment, I'm thinking they're just running the clock out for the halftime.
Well, they have the win at their back. But this is where you'd want to maybe put it down the field and see what you can do here with 24 seconds. They are taking their time. Well, we'll see here. Keegan Johnson's about 6 yards back to take this snap. He's going to hand it off to Corbin. Sidesteps and slips on the turf at the 37. That'll be a loss of, they'll make it 36, a loss of 3, and they are going to take it to the house.
Yeah, they're just running clock. Everybody's happy, 0-0.
Correction, the 30 or 42-yard line, that's a loss of 2. And that's your halftime. Well, guess what? No score, either side. There's only been 9 points between these two teams in the first 6 quarters of this series. It's no score at the break. Scott City and Holcomb, a sectional round battle here between these two league foes. We'll step aside in 3 minutes. I would have your scoring summary, but we don't have anything to talk about. But we'll do that in 3 minutes. We'll talk about something else. This is Beaver Football.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
For sure what tomorrow will bring. But if there's no rain in your future, a drought can and will happen. Although a long dry spell can ruin your crops, it shouldn't ruin your life. Make sure you secure your future with multi-peril crop insurance from QBE, NAU, and Western Kansas Insurance. You and your family deserve the QBE, NAU peace of mind. See Western Kansas Insurance Services at 310 Court Street in Scott City, Kansas today for more information. NAU Country Insurance Company and this business are equal opportunity providers.
You know how they say the most important thing in real estate is location, location, location. Well, location is critical to seed innovation as well. Every year, Pioneer conducts more than 17,000 on-farm trials to make sure the seed you plant has been proven to perform in your location. Pioneer, our name is our mission, and what's next happens here. Contact me, Kevin Davis, with Precision Ag and Seed at 620-874-0478 to learn more. And go Beavers!
It's time for the Precision.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
What a first half here between these two teams here. It's very similar to what happened the first time around. The only difference was the first time around, Scott City got the 37-yard field goal right as time expired in the first half. There really wasn't a chance for that either here. Holcomb might be the closest one to score in this first half.
Yeah.
But, no score. I think the bad as the field position has been for the Beavers, they have to feel pretty happy where they're at right now.
I think so. I mean, Holcomb was in our red zone one time. Isn't that right?
Yes.
One time inside the 20, and we weren't ever there. So I don't know. It's just our special teams at punting has not been a good thing for us tonight. When we had the wind, we weren't getting those 40, 50 yarders, and when we were against the wind, we were, getting 20, 25 yards maybe out of the kicks. They weren't very good. So that gave Holcomb more field position, but both defenses are what's really ruling the football game. Like I said in the first half, these two teams know each other so well. We've played – this will actually be the 6th time that we've played each other in the playoff, where we played each other twice in the same season. And so we know each other so well, and that's what's going on.
And it's the first time since 2019 that they have played in the playoffs, and that was right here. It was 35-18 Scott City. I remember that game because the Beavers pulled away. It was the Week 9 playoff game back in 2009.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, or 19, excuse me.
19, I was going to. Yeah.
Well, they did play here actually in 2009. I remember they played in the playoffs at Holcomb in 08, here in 09. I remember reading this.
Yeah.
And then it was a little hiatus. They played here in 2016, the regionals of 4A Division II, and then in Holcomb for the sub-state championship in 2017, and then 19 here and now tonight.
Well, it's a lot of times of playing each other, and Kent Teeter was the coach down there for quite a while, and now his son's the coach, so they're running the same offense. And same defense, and we're doing the same things, and that's what's going on. I just think each team, they know each other so well.
You mentioned, Tim, the drive for Holcomb, where they had the big series go, they had that on their second series where they started from.
We believe investing in our community is how we make a lasting impact. It's about more than just providing wireless services. We believe in rolling up our sleeves and working side by side with local organizations. Whether you're sharing cherished moments, staying updated on trends, or exploring your surroundings, we're there to keep you connected. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
They said this place was too isolated to call home. They said it was too remote to build a community. And then one day, a farmer strung a copper wire from one fence post to another and changed everything. We didn't build the communities of Southwest Kansas. No, we just brought them together.
BBN is brought to you by Shapland Real Estate, State Farm, Norder Supply Incorporated, Ag Management Services, Vogelmore Family Farms, White's Food Liner, Scott Community Foundation. Western State Bank, Backyard Blooms and Garden Center, LLC, Spray Foamit, LLC, Good Anesthesia and Pain Management Services,
I know we're going to get into Wichita County and Hoxie, but when I was thinking about that ball game, Scott City used to play Hoxie all the time. And that one year, 1987, I think it was, we go up there, and that's the year Lance Lewis.
Have won on fourth down, and no penalties and no turnovers for Holcomb in the first half. For Scott City, they finished with 71 yards, and I wouldn't have believed you that they had had more yards just the way the game was going than Holcomb, but they did, but not by much. 71 yards, 64 on the ground on 15 carries. That's a promising sign for Scott City because the first meeting between the two teams, Scott City only had 61 yards through 4 quarters on the ground. That was a season low by a country mile. Vogelmore passing 2 of 4, 7 yards in that first half. The Beavers had just 3 first and 10s, and they were 1 of 5 on third downs. But the penalties were huge. 6 penalties for 35 yards for Scott City. They had on a punt return. But that's how the first half looked for stats.
Yeah, it didn't look good either way. Unless you really like defense and hitting, there was a lot of defense and a lot of good hitting. And that was kind of fun. But, I'd like to see somebody score. I'd like to see the Beaver Blue score and win this game. But, oh, well, I think we're going to see a lot of hitting in this second half. You'd think Scott City's going to come out and they're just going to run the ball right at Holcomb, just like we've done the last couple of weeks. It seems like we come out in the second half and let's just see if we can win this. I don't know if we can run right up the middle on them, but we can sure. Seems to me like we got around the edge pretty good.
Yeah.
On them.
Yep. We'll have more of that conversation when we come back. Let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll come back with scores in 3A and across the state of Kansas. At halftime, no score, Scott City and Holcomb back. And let's just do 1 minute for now. This is Beaver football.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
At Red Barn Enterprises, we offer a full range of products to boost your farming success. As your locally owned Axis Seed regional company, we offer products to support the health and productivity of your crop. With a wide selection from BW Fusion, Meristem Crop Performance, and Pivot Bio, we have everything you need to protect your crop from abiotic stresses and feed it for top yields. Proudly supporting the Beavers, Red Barn Enterprises is your local partner committed to your crops and community.
Scores as we get through some of the games of interest. Two other Highway 96 teams nearby Scott City in action tonight. That includes the Wichita County Indians and Hoxie Indians. That's over in Leota. Last check, it was 16-14 for Hoxie over Wichita County in the second quarter. And Hodgman County and Dighton. Dighton rolled Hodgman County the first time around. They're playing that at Jetmore tonight, but it's tied at 8 in the second quarter. A little bit of a surprise there maybe, but just kind of like that playing the same team twice in a season makes a big difference.
It does.
Also, a couple of scores of interest, maybe 2A-wise. Southeast of Saline only up 14-0 on Hoisington the break. Boyd up over Garden Plain 19-0, and just some interesting ones there. Bueller over Walmego 14-0 in 4A. That's a rematch as well.
Wow. 14-0. Who'd you say?
Bueller over Wamego.
Wamego.
And Wamego won at Bueller earlier in the year. All right, we're about set for this third quarter. It's going to be Holcomb with the wind at their back. Scott City will have the wind in their face here. Well, here we go. What would you like to see here to begin this third quarter, Tim?
I would like to see us run this kickoff back for a touchdown.
Hey, why not?
And why not? And even if it goes short, let's say to Weeby or
Tringo
Bergner, run with that thing. Go run straight upfield.
Well, it'll be Caden Couchman and Alex Tarango deep to return. It'll be Emmanuel Angriano set to kick this off. He's only had 2 touchbacks this year. Let's see here. The field position has been won by Holcomb all night. Scott City trying to change that, but here's an end-over kick. This will be returned by Couchman from his own 14 up the middle, 20-25. 30-yard line is where he's going to end up. Guess what? A flag.
Oh, my gosh.
They're going to get that on, I think, Wheeler on the point of attack. And it's going to be Scott City's field position woes are going to continue here tonight.
Yeah.
And they've been the right calls, but if you're on the Scott City side, you got to wonder, are they ever going to call a penalty on Holcomb?
Well, Holcomb's playing disciplined
They
football.
are. But, man, that negates 16 yards of field position for Scott City, and now they're going to be in their own 20 again.
Well, field position has been hard to come by. Yeah, the guy marking it off, he was going to mark it off where the ball had ended on the run. And the other guys are yelling at him, no, you got to do it from where the flag was.
So Scott City, instead of having it at their own 32, 33-yard line, they're going to be at their own 14 early third quarter. One receiver to left. Now Oscar Mendez, who is in the backfield, will be lined up as an extra block. The right toss right side to Catchman. Outside the numbers, 15. He'll take it across to the 20, 21-yard line. A nice run of 8 on first down. Pushed out that time by Cooper Cranston. Also Verneri is second down and short coming up after a nice gain of 8.
Well, this is exactly, that play right there, that's exactly what I thought Scott City would do. We're going to come out, and we're just going to try and run right at Holcomb and run right over the top of them.
21-yard line, right hash mark, second down and 3. Couchman left side this time, turns it upfield. Oh, he was close to breaking that one. He had it turned up, but he's right at the 24, 25-yard line for a 1st and 10. If he didn't get tripped up, well, look out.
Yes, I agree. That's the way it's been. Both sides got quick, fast guys. It's going to be hard to break them free, though. But the best part was we got a 1st and 10. Let's keep the chains moving.
1st and 10, Beavers own 25, middle of the field. First minute of this third quarter, Catchman goes in motion. Volgamore will swing it out right. Passes caught by Durango. Gets outside the numbers, a stiff arm, and he's going to be shoved out of bounds. That time by Angelo Otero, the junior. Nice gain on the play of about 8 to the 33. Sets up second and a couple.
That keeps them guessing, Adam. What are you going to do, linebackers, for Holcomb? Are you going to stay at home? Are you going to help cover the pass? What are you going to do?
Durango's 17th reception of the year, and guess what? A false start on Scott City. Jeez.
Moving too quick. I don't know. I just feel like maybe the wingback is moving. At least that's where I'm thinking it is.
It's kind of 2 steps forward and 1 step back.
Okay, let's get a 1st and 10 on this play then.
Second down and about 7, 28-yard line.
We'll worry about scoring a touchdown a little bit later. Let's just keep moving the chains. Although every play is supposed to be a touchdown.
4 receivers set, 2 to both sides. Right hash mark, pistol back is Cook as Volgamore back to pass on second down. Surveys, now rolls his right, finds Cook. He'll make the catch at the 30, turns it up, has a first down across the 35, and is tackled at about the 37-yard line. But guess what? Another flag and another false start on Scott City.
Really?
Good grief.
I missed it. Was it calling from the far side?
That's on the Holcomb side, yes. Gee whiz. That eliminates a 10-yard play and a nice safety valve dump off to Kelton Cook. This is unbelievable.
Well,
Scott City's coaches don't seem particularly happy about that call. They thought that the receiver was set there, and they were signaling like it was. Coach turned it to the official, Jake Eicher. So that eliminates a 10-yard play, and all of a sudden, it is second down and 12 from their own 23. And that's 14 yards right there.
Well, Scott City does that quick count, quick get off, and maybe they need to just slow down a little bit.
I just plant there for a full second after the ball snapped, I guess. Second and 12, 23-yard line, 10:38 here in the third quarter. Still no score, and we got a timeout on the field for Scott City. It's confusion there, and we'll take it as well with 10:36 in the third. No score. Come back in a minute. This is Beaver football.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Is stress making you feel down and not your normal self? It's time to relax, rejuvenate, and enjoy life. And you can feel refreshed with a trip to Elevate You. Elevate You is a medical spa that offers a relaxing and rejuvenating environment with services you can't find locally. They offer several services, including IV therapy, compression therapy, hormone optimization, aesthetics, and weight loss solutions. Elevate yourself and set up an appointment today with Elevate You, located at 105 West 11th Street, Suite A in Scott City. Call 872-7675 or find them online at Elevate You.
23-yard line when play resumes here in a big timeout. 10:36 to go, third quarter. Still no score. Vogelmar in second down goes left to Tarango. Holcomb has this read well, still on his feet is Tarango, but then he meets the great wall of Drayton Knoll at the 20. That's a loss of 3, and it sets up 3rd and 15.
I want you to think about that. Knoll really made that tackle. He is the 6'5", 310 guy who's a defensive tackle, and so he went out there, cleared almost to the sideline to make that tackle. That is impressive.
Scott City just 1 of 5 on third downs. The Beavers have been their own worst enemy all night with penalties. 9 penalties for 55 yards, and all those little 5-yard penalties are adding up. No score, 9:55 to go third quarter. Man in motion is Weeby on third down and 15. They're going to set up a middle screen. This is a catchment. He has some blockers in front of him. 25-30 has a first down. He fumbles the football, and Holcomb recovers it at the 45.
No, the first guy missed it. Scott City got it.
Did Scott City recover it?
I think
they
so.
did at the 45-yard line. Oh, my. Holcomb had a chance at the 45. Good eyes there, Tim, because it looked like Holcomb was going to recover it. And the Beavers end up adding a few more yards to it. It's a 20 or
okay.
A first down.
Adam, that may have done it. We just kicked the lid off the can. Let's go. Right now.
46-yard line, 1st and 10. Scott City ends up gaining about 6 yards on that. Here's Weeby going right side. He couldn't quite break through the barrier. He'll get 2 on first down to the 48. Tackled from behind by Jared Harrell. 2nd down and 8. Oh, my.
Oh, that brought some momentum to the Scott City sidelines. The run, first of all, but then by Tarango, but then the fumble being recovered by Scott City really brought, that quickened the heart rate for the Beavers.
8:47-yard line, middle of the field, under 9 minutes to go in a scoreless third quarter. Scott City has 13 to snap it. Vogelmar hands it off left side to Kelton Cook. Oh, he meets Drayton Knoll immediately in the hole. No gain on the play, 3rd down and 8.
All right. It's all right. We're at that point in the field. Our punting's been so terrible. I think we'll go for this on 4th down. I know.
They have the win at their back.
I know. It's hard to say that, but
Scott City converted just their 2nd third down on their last series. They have it at their own 48, no score, 8:23. This is the opening drive of the third quarter. Scott City will have a heavier package to the right side, 1 receiver over to left, 3 receivers and a wing to the right. Vogelmar with time, rolls to his right, steps up, fires the middle field for Tarango, makes the catch. He'll have the first down at the 43-yard line. He caught it about the 41. His momentum carried him back 2 yards to the 43, but it's a gain of about a 10 for a first down.
Oh, that was a great pass. Vogelmar was moving. The pocket was collapsing on him. He's had some pressure. Tarango made his pattern, and then he came back to the quarterback.
7th play of this drive on first down. Here's a quarterback keeper up middle. Camden Vogelmar lowers his shoulder and takes it to the Holcomb 36-yard line for 7 on first down. And a little life on this Scott City sideline 4 minutes into the third quarter.
Oh, yeah. Let's just keep this baby going. Like I said, all we want to do is move those sticks. Move those sticks. Get another 1st and 10.
Here we go. 2 receivers to the right, tight end right side. 1 receiver left is Tarango. Kelton Cook up the middle on second down. Blast through there. He'll be near a first down. He may be just short as Corbin Johnson denied him of the full 33-yard line. He'll be about a half a yard shy. 3rd down and inches.
I think are they going to measure that? I mean, this guy, he called the timeout because he thinks it's close enough to be measured.
Well, yep, they are. There we go. With 7:17 to go third quarter. Football, by the way, tonight brought to you by High Choice Feeders, Haymaamy Farms. Also, we want to thank J&R Car and Truck, HRC Feed Yards, J&R Trucking, JF Beaver Advertising, Jackson Legal Group, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Metzger Appraisals and Metzger Family Farms, Midwest Mixer, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Norder Supply. Also, New Life Market, Perfect Auto Detailing, Plain Jans at Platinum H Insurance. They stretch it out, and he says, about an inch or so.
But they needed to measure that. There's no way they could have told if that was a 1st and 10 or not. That gave Scott City a little time to think about what play next.
This will be the 9th play of this drive for Scott City. Opening drive of the 3rd quarter. We've played nearly 5 minutes, still no score. Beavers have converted 2 third downs in this drive, and they'll convert a 3rd one as Kelton Cook up the middle has a 1st down and almost broke it. He had to leap over a pile at the 30, or make that the 26-yard line of Holcomb. He'll gain 11 yards officially on that carry, and it's a 1st and 10.
Oh, see, I love that. We're way closer to the line of scrimmage, and our guy, it's like, what do you call it, dive play. I love that. And then once he breaks through, great blocking up front on that one. And then he broke through and he was into that linebacker area.
1st and 10, Scott City. Holcomb 26, 6:45, 3rd quarter, no score. Triangle will be split wide to left. Pistol wing T, 10 to snap it. Vogelmoor sends Couchman in motion. It'll be an option play left. Vogelmoor will keep it himself. 25 gets hit at about the 23-yard line. A nice play that time by the safety, Keegan Johnson. It's a gain of about 3 to the 23. Sets up 2nd down and 7.
That was a speed option. I don't think he didn't. Did he fake it to a fullback? I don't think so. I think that was a speed option.
Yep.
And he had who out there to pitch to?
Yep, Couchman here. 2nd and 8, 23-yard line, or 2nd and 7, 23. Halfway mark, 3rd quarter up the middle to Kelton Cook. Gets to the 21 for 2 more. Tripped up that time by Javid Carell. And it'll set up a 3rd down and 5 at the midway mark of this 3rd quarter with play number 12 of the drive.
Scott City headed into that south wind. We've had the ball for quite some time.
Yeah, over 6 minutes of this drive.
Yeah.
The Beavers have converted their first 3 third downs. This one 5 yards to go. Holcomb 21-yard line, middle of the field, definitely 4-down territory. Vogelmoor will go back to pass on 3rd down, goes right side to Tarango. He's got the catch. He's got the 1st down into the Lewis Automotive red zone to the 13-yard line. I do not see a flag. A tackle made that time by Luke Tyne, the junior.
Awesome. Great throw and a great catch. And the defense, actually, that was good defense. I mean, they hit Tarango just as he caught the football.
All right, 1st and 10, 14-yard line for Scott City. Here's the left side to Couchman. Hits the wall, then he gets driven back. They may lose a yard on the play. Holcomb had that penetrated pretty well for a loss of 1. 2nd and 11, 15 with 5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter.
All right. Oh, clock keeps rolling. That's the best part about the whole thing. But we got to get in the end zone. I mean, it's our first time in the red zone.
Yes. We are approaching the 14th play of the drive. Scott City will send Rumford to the left, Tarango to the right, pistol wing T, and Vogelmoor back to pass on 2nd and 11. Steps up, and now he's going to tuck it, and he'll get back to the 14. Just a gain of 1. There's a pocket collapse there and good coverage downfield. Tackle made by Jared Harrell for a gain of a yard to the 14, 3rd and 10 coming up.
Oh, that kid that's been covering Rumford out wide there, that Veneri kid, he come back to, he's limping. I don't know what happened, but he's gimping.
This is probably another 2-down territory here for Scott City. This is play number 15 of this drive. 8 minutes into this 3rd quarter, no score. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left on 3rd and 10 at the 14. Vogelmoor in the seam. It's Rumford into the end zone. Touchdown, Scott City. Jackson Rumford, his 2nd touchdown catch of the year. The first one since Hoisington. And the Beavers are the first ones to strike with 3:48 to go, 3rd quarter.
Rumford that time was not the complete wideout. He was in the middle. And once he got by
an 8-minute, 12-second drive, 5 of 5 with Scott City on 3rd downs, and they lead it now 6-0 with 3:48 to go, 3rd quarter. And Rumford to try to get all 7 points here up. That's going to be an offsides on Holcomb, and Coach, does he think about going for two? I think the answer is 0. No, they're just going to go for 1.
Yeah, I would decline the penalty if they can, and just I guess they're going to take it. It don't matter. You just want to kick this.
Rumford with his 10th career touchdown reception on that, his 2nd of the year, and it came at a big time. Is on the way, and it is good. Scott City 7, Holcomb nothing with 3:48 to go, third quarter. The Beavers to kick off in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
The Black Friday sales event.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. Visit us online at scottcf.org.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
This commercial premium purified drinking water. That's what we drink up in the booth is Z Bottling. How about that 5 for 5 on third downs for Scott City on a 15-play, 86-yard drive that takes 8 minutes and 12 seconds. Rumford to kick it off into the wind here at the 40-yard line. Holcomb has one deep to return. That is Corral. Here's the approach. Rumford's kick. It's a end-over kick. This will be returned by Corral. He has to fight the wind. Takes it at his 15. Goes right side. 20, 25, and it's a hit across the 30. And he'll take it to about the 31-yard line. You have to think about this whole drive here, Tim. Scott said he fumbled it on a third down play to about the 40-yard line, and he fumbled it forward and had to recover the football. Yeah, they were lucky there.
Well, that was the biggest play of the getting the big run, getting the first in, and then the fumble at the end of it.
Holcomb is going to stack twin receivers on both sides. Right hash mark from their own 32. Up the middle, this is going to be to Keegan Johnson, and he gets met up immediately. A great wall of blue right there, led by Trey Ryan and Jackson Rumford. Also Mendez in there. I can name about 3 or 4 others. 2nd down and 10, no gain.
Yeah, when Holcomb puts 2 wide right, 2 wide left, you got to go cover them. You got to have people out there with them. You just can't have one guy cover 2 guys. So that takes away. But Scott City on the inside with their 7.
3:20
stopped
to go third quarter. 7-0 Scott City, 2nd and 10, 32-yard line. This would be a rollout to left for Keegan Johnson. Still looking downfield. Fires it late. Oh, it's deflected and almost picked off. They tried to find Cranston at about the 45. There were about 3 or 4 Beavers that broke on it late. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down and 10.
You know, with Holcomb starting this with 2 passes, well, I guess the first one was a run and then a pass. They're not there yet. I won't say what I was going to say.
All right. Scott City's going to send their pass rush package in there with the 2 interior tackles on 3rd and 10. Holcomb tonight, 2 of 6 on third downs. Trailing Beavers with 3:06 in the third quarter at 7-0. 15 to snap it. They'll send Tyne wide to the left. 1 receiver to the right and 2 wings. Pistol back is Corbin Johnson behind his brother Keegan. It'll be a play fake, and now here, dump out to left. Pass is going to be caught. Cranston, he'll get the first down. He breaks a tackle across the 45, and he'll take it to the 48, 49-yard line. A big pickup, about 17 on 3rd and 10.
I think Cranston will be one of the next superstars down at Holcomb.
Yes.
He's just a freshman, and which just blows me away.
That's Holcomb's first down since the first quarter. They have it at their own 49 with 2:58 to go third quarter near midfield. A 7-0 Scott City lead. A receiver to both sides, a wing to the left, tight end right side. Man in motion is Jared Harrell. It's a handoff up the middle to Corbin. He gets tackled immediately, maybe a gain of 1. Emilio Contreras got underneath his blocker and made this tackle at the ankles for a minimal gain, 2nd and 9.
That's amazing. I don't know how that kid did that, but you're right. the Holcomb Longhorns laying on top of him, and he makes the tackle.
That's called submarining right there.
Yeah, that's right.
Ball on the left hash mark at midfield for Holcomb, 2nd and 10. They converted a 17-yard pass play on 3rd and 10. They trail Scott City 7-0 late third quarter. This is their opening drive after Scott City burned over 8 minutes of the third quarter clock. Corral will go in motion from left to right. On 2nd and 9, this will be a handoff up the middle. This is to Corbin Johnson. He's got a first down, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, and Vogelmore inside the 10, inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal all the way down to the 2-yard line. And on 2nd and 9, Corbin Johnson breaks it for 48 yards.
Oh, he is fast, isn't he?
Yes.
Now, who was that? Was that Trango? I think it was Trango who made the first hit on him. But didn't actually, I don't think he put him out. I think it was one of the other Beavers that actually got him out at the 2.
1st and goal, Holcomb at the Scott City 2 with 2:08 to go third quarter, and Holcomb 2 yards away from pulling closer into this one. They'll send 2 receivers, 1 to both sides. You know this is probably going to be power football. It's a high snap. This is for Keegan Johnson, and he was lucky to reel that in as he gets dropped for a huge loss. Back at the 7-yard line, the forward progress to the 5, but a 3-yard loss, 2nd and goal.
Keegan caught that with his right hand as far as you could reach up above your head. He caught that with one hand and then brought it down to him. It was so. There was no, and Scott City had great penetration. He was hit as soon as he brought the ball down to his belly. What? It's a miracle that ball isn't about the 20, and they're fighting over it.
He got pounded. Now here's a kind of a pistol T or a shotgun T formation. Now they switch it up. They're going to run that's Corbin Johnson, the Wildcat, and Scott City does a good job of defending on the fly on 2nd and goal at the 5, just a gain of 1 for Corbin.
It looked like the 4 horsemen of Notre Dame on that old play. If you've ever watched them old movies or YouTube videos of Notre Dame back in, the 30s and 40s?
Yes. 3rd and goal coming up. This will be the 8th play of this drive. It's 4-down territory for Holcomb, down 7-0. We're under a minute to go third quarter. The Longhorns already converted the 3rd down on this drive. Here's that shotgun T formation. Now they've flipped back, and then the Wildcat is going to be Johnson. It'll be a pass to the right side. Pass is caught. Touchdown Cranston. Broke through a tackle at the 1, and a little trickery. Keegan Johnson to Cooper Cranston, and Holcomb 2-2 on their opening drive on 3rd down, and they are a point away from tying this one with 37 seconds to go third quarter.
Well, they are going to kick this. At least we think they're going to kick it. Try and tie it up. They got the wind at their back. Okay, here we go, Adam.
All right, so Keegan Johnson with his first touchdown pass. While high snap placed down, the kick is on the way, and we are tied at 7.
Wow.
We do have a time. We had a false start. There is a flag. It's a false start on Holcomb. On the right side. Hold on, folks.
Well, the kick was really good. Absolutely, we want to take the penalty and make them do it again.
False start on Holcomb. That's their first penalty of the night. It's on the right side of the formation. Cranston with his 6th touchdown reception of the year. 4 yards out. All right. So this will be kicking at the 20 or 15. It'll be a 25-yard extra point here for Anguiano, who is 18 of 22 on the year. Oh, there's movement again.
Our defensive line was kind of not moving forward, but they're moving sideways, around a little bit. That's what caused that. And then Holcomb in the center of the line started moving.
Now does Trey Teeters clear out to the hash marks at the 20-yard line, waiting the penalty or the call on this one. All right. They're going to call delay a game on Scott City.
Oh, so it was us
Maybe
bouncing
they were
around.
barking signals out, and now Coach Jim Turner wants an explanation. So now Holcomb will kick off at the regular one, but they're only going to it'll be at the 20-yard line.
Okay, it was on.
So maybe
you can't yell and stuff at them when they're trying to call their calls.
This is a bad snap, and the kick is on the way, and it's good. It doesn't matter. We're tied at 7 out of all that. 37.9 to go, third quarter. Holcomb to kick off in 30 seconds. This is Scott City football.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with a knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
Scott County Hospital, Scott County Record, Scott Pro Security, State Bank Sharp Shooting Supply, also Specialty Risk Insurance Agency, Spencer Pest Control, Stevens Veterinary Services, the Solvay Foundation, and Trophy Wine and Spirits. So after Scott City went 5 of 5 on third down, Holcomb goes 3 of 3 on third down, including the 8th play of that last drive. 68 yards. They take 3 minutes and 11 seconds off the clock, and it was a 4-yard pass play from Keegan Johnson to Cooper Cranston. And after all the delay of games, the false starts, the extra point was eventually knocked home by Manuel Anguiano, and so we're tied at 7 after being scoreless at halftime. Scott City will be into the win for the final 37.9 of this third quarter. Here's Anguiano's kick. Angled left side for Couchman. Oh, he lets wide move. He'll let it bounce in the end zone, 1st and 10, 20-yard line. Oh, my.
Yeah, well, we've got to, like you said, 37.9. We could run one play, and if Holcomb doesn't call timeout, we could have the wind at our back and move to the other end. We'll see what goes on.
So 20-yard line for the Beavers, 1st and 10. Scott City has not had good field position all week. Their best start was on their opening drive, and they started at their own 31.
I like how you said that, all week. We haven't had good field position.
It feels like it's been all week. Been all night. 1st and 10, tight end left, and handoff left side for Kelton Cook. Trying to get to the outside, but meeting him up right there was Davin Hernandez for maybe a yard to the 21-yard line. Cook with 9 carries and 24 yards tonight, and what might be the final play of this third quarter. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I think everybody's happy with that.
So after a scoreless first half, we've had 7s on the board. Everybody converted to third down in that third quarter. 7-7 in this sectional championship game between Scott City and Holcomb, as we'll flip sides of the field and begin the fourth quarter of play. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Scott City Beaver football.
At American Implement, we believe that education and athletics play a crucial role in uplifting communities. Our commitment to supporting farmers aligns closely with the values of teamwork and resilience found in sports. By investing in local initiatives, we enhance individual lives and strengthen community bonds for a brighter future. American Implement, indebted to the past, committed to the future.
Supports all areas of school activities.
All right, back here at Scott City's Darner Field, sectional round 3A playoffs. Adam Kadavy, Tim McGonigal with you, Melody Toscano, your studio engineer. So we head to the fourth quarter here at Darner Field, sectional championship game. 7-7 your score. Winner likely to head to Andale next week. They were up big in the first half over the Cheney Cardinals. I haven't seen an updated score on that one, but last check it was 36-0.
Revenge is sweet for Andale.
Yeah, that it is. There's a little bit of a delay, if I can spit it out here, to begin this fourth quarter. Boy, what a first half it was. Or third quarter it was.
Third quarter, yeah.
Well, it was a good first half as well, but what a third quarter. Both teams covered all their third downs.
I kind of like the idea somebody scored. That was that made it very exciting. We're short of ref at the moment.
Yep.
And he'll be showing up again, we hope.
Yep, here he comes. By the way, Andale 36, Cheney 7. That was a halftime score. And Hayden all over Perry Lecompton 42-6. The other 3A score, Wellsville 14, Prairie View 7. I tell you what, Wellsville's not a team that's talked about.
Yes.
But they're 10-0, and that is a feisty group there. And if they win, I think they could give Hayden a pretty good run next week.
I agree with that totally.
They're 10-0 on the year.
Well, whoever wins this, let's hope they give Andale fits.
And if you're Scott City, hope it's the Beavers. 2nd down and 9 as play resumes to begin the fourth quarter. 21-yard line. We be in motion. Now they'll swing it out left side. This is to Kelton Cook, and Holcomb meets him up immediately and knocks him out of bounds for a gain of a yard to the 22-yard line. Brought out of bounds that time by... We've seen Angelo Otero in there quite a bit. 3rd down and 8, or make that 3rd and 7 at the 23.
Boys, Scott City had some options there. They look to the right with the football. Vogelmore does. And then he comes back to the middle. Then he goes to the left. But Holcomb stayed at home everywhere.
All right. Scott City at the 23, 3rd and 7, 8 seconds into this fourth quarter, a 7-7 tie. The Beavers will run 2 receivers to the right, a wing to the right, 1 to the left. Vogelmore rolls to his right on 3rd down. A delayed blitz. Now it's plenty of time. Now Vogelmore steps up, trying to fire it left for triangle, and it's wide of him and incomplete. And it's going to bring up 4th down and 7. So first stoppage of a 3rd down by either side in the second half tonight, and Holcomb will get the ball back. Scott City will have the win at their back with 11:46 to go to try to punt this one away.
Well, let's hope that Rumford gets a good foot into it, and we turn the field over. It goes way down here.
Rumford will stand at his own, going to go to his own 8. Holcomb has Cranston and Corral deep to return. Good snap. Here's the kick. It's away, and a booming kick. It'll take Cranston all the way back to his own 35-yard line. He'll fake the handoff. He's got a wall right side. 40, 45 midfield. 45, 40, 35, and inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Oh, my. And all the way down to the Scott City 29-yard line. That is a 36-yard punt return on a 41-yard punt.
Well, special teams, I said, would probably make a decision on this game, who wins.
11:31 left. Holcomb at the Scott City 29-yard line, 7-7 score. A 2-receiver set, make it a 3-receiver set. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Pistol set up here for Keegan Johnson. Has Corbin behind him. It'll be a keeper left side. And inside the 25 and down to the 24-yard line, upended by Caden Couchman, is Keegan Johnson. And all of a sudden, you hear the crowd a little bit louder over on the visitor side.
Yeah, you can. Even up with us up here in the booth, you can hear it. This is probably the biggest crowd we've had all year long over across the way.
Yep. All right, 2nd and 5 for Holcomb. Scott City, 24, first minute of the fourth quarter, 7-7 score. 2 receivers set, 1 to both sides, 2 wings. Keegan Johnson, the quarterback, sends Cranston in motion. He'll get the jet sweep left side, turns it upfield inside the 23 to the 22, 3rd and 3, coming up on a gain of 2, and a good defensive play on the backside that time by Ryan Lotta.
Well, this is definitely 2-down territory, even though it's 3rd down at the moment.
3rd and 3, but Holcomb 3 of 3 in the second half. 10:28 to go, fourth quarter.
Well, hopefully you just gave it the broadcaster jinx.
I'm due for that. Holcomb is going to send 3 to the right, 2 to the left, an empty backfield on 3rd and 3. It's a quarterback keeper up the middle, first down 15. And inside the 15 goes Keegan Johnson to the 14-yard line. On a gain of 9, Jackson Rumford on the stop. It's a gain of 8, and a 1st and 10.
One of the Beavers that came in there, he had his right arm up in the air and was slamming down at that ball, trying to knock it free. I like that thought.
But Holcomb is a perfect 4 for 4 on third down in the second half. 10 minutes to go, 7-7. Holcomb into the red zone for the second time. Make it the third time tonight. At the Scott City 15-yard line, it'll be Harold in motion to the left side. Pistol setup, handoff goes up the middle. Scott City had him. Now they do at the line of scrimmage. Corbin Johnson, no gain. Brody Holstein, also Jackson Rumford in there to help tackle him for no gain at the 15. Second down and 10.
Well, that's what we've got to do. We've got to stiffen up here. I don't know. Yeah, they got a good field goal kicker, but I would think
into the wind now.
I would think not either.
9:18 to go, 7-7. Holcomb at the Scott City 15, second down and 10. Harold in motion, right to left, 10 to snap it. It's going to be a quarterback keeper left side, inside the 10, and down to the 6-yard line. It'll be third down at about 2, they'll say at the 7. Oscar Mendez with the tackle, and a big third down and 2 coming up after a gain of 8 for Keegan Johnson.
Man, the way he went through that line of scrimmage, I thought he was into the end zone. Scott City collapsed on him right behind the linebackers and got him put down.
Holcomb is a perfect 4 for 4 in the second half on third downs. They're at the Scott City 7 in a 7-7 game, 8:35 to go. 2 tight ends set, receiver right, he'll be in motion. 1 receiver, now 2 receivers over to left on 3rd and 2. Hand up, nope, keeper up the middle. It's going to be first and goal at the 4-yard line. He just followed his lead blockers up the middle. Did Keegan Johnson, and it's first and goal. And Holcomb now 5 for 5 on third downs in this second half.
5 for 5. Well, let's hope we put them into a situation where they got to go for another one.
And Scott City has not given up 1 point in the fourth quarter all season long through the first 10 games.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Goal to go at the 4-yard line for Holcomb, looking to break this 7-7 tie, 8 minutes to go. Man in motion is going to be Devin Garcia. It's going to be a pick toss inside and getting drilled back at the 5 or 6-yard line was the quarterback, Keegan Johnson. It's going to be a loss of a couple, and a wave of Beaver Blue stop him for a 2-yard loss.
Well, Keegan was going to try a quick pitch to the left. You know, he like both hands, and he was going to toss it to the guy who's on out there a little ways, his cousin. But then he pulled it down and went straight up. Well, Scott City just had great penetration that time, and he had nowhere to go.
Second and goal, 5-yard line of Scott City for Holcomb, and Trey Teeter may end up, well, he's got 10 to snap, and I think they may end up calling a timeout here. Play clock running down to 5 with 7:18 to go. And this may end up benefiting Holcomb. They've run over 5 minutes, and we'll take the timeout. 7:15 to go, fourth quarter. Third and goal. Make that second and goal from the 5 when we come back for Holcomb and tied at 7. This is Beaver football.
Support Project Prom and get the chance to win amazing prizes for the Project Prom raffle. There are 42 drawings with various prizes. You can win cash prizes, chamber bundles, beef bundles, and much more. One ticket is $10 and 6 tickets is $50. To get a ticket, contact a senior. The drawing will be on December 17th, 2024, and you don't have to be present to win. Buy a ticket today from any SCHS senior and help create an unforgettable Project Prom.
Help you find today.
Back here at Darner Field here in Scott City, and a big second down and goal here for Holcomb at the Scott City 6. 7-7, 7:15 to go here in the fourth quarter. As Holcomb uses a big timeout, and honestly, as much as Holcomb has burned to 4 minutes on this drive that started at the Scott City 29-yard line, it might have been a good timeout for Scott City's defense as well.
Oh, I agree with that totally, Adam. Both sides kind of regrouped. Here we go.
Second and goal, 5-yard line of Scott City. Make it the 6-yard line for Holcomb. Empty backfield. Now they'll send that'll be a pitch play right side inside the 3 to the 2-yard line. It's going to be a pass play of 4 yards for Corbin Johnson on a little shovel pass. And set up third and goal from the 2.
Like we said, we wanted another third down opportunity to put an end to that.
Holcomb has converted all 2 of their third downs on this drive and all 5 of their third downs in this second half. 6:45 to go. 7-7 is your score. 3rd and goal, Holcomb at the Scott City 2 right hash mark. And as tight a game as this, let's see what Scott City can do. It's basically a 3 receivers set to the right, and they're going to run the – oh, we got a timeout, a flag. That's going to be false start on Holcomb, and so it'll be 3rd and goal from the 7.
Wow, what a time for that to happen.
Gives them a little bit more breathing room here.
Yeah, Scott City. A little breathing room, too.
I could see Holcomb trying to maybe do something in the middle if they can't get the touchdown to set up the field goal.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. As close as they are, I think they would try and kick a field goal. That kicker, he's got a great leg.
It's not, the wind has been pretty strong, 35 miles per hour all night. They had that issue at Rock Creek last Saturday. 3rd down and goal, 6-yard line, 5 to snap it for Holcomb. Near the midway mark of this 4th quarter to be a play fake. Rolling to his right is Keegan Johnson. Sets up at the back of the end zone. The pass is going to be incomplete. He was out of bounds. He was yard out of bounds on the white for the intended receiver. That was Jared Harrell. And they're going to kick this one for the lead.
Yep. End up being about a 25-yard field goal.
It'll be from the right hash mark with 6:01 to go, 4th quarter. They'll be inside the right hash mark, for Anguiano. He's 0 for 2 on the year on field goal attempts. Missed one against Scott City. Placement down. The kick is on the way, and it is good. Holcomb leads 10-7 with 5:58 to go, 4th quarter. The first time the Beavers have given up points in the 4th quarter all season. We'll step aside for a 30-second break for the Holcomb kickoff. This is Beaver football. Wheatland Electric, White's Food Liner, Wilkins Physical Therapy, and Winterland Farms. Holcomb takes advantage of a short field. They go 10 plays, 23 yards, 5:33, and a 25-yard Emmanuel Anguiano field goal gives Holcomb the first lead of the night over Scott City by a score of 10-7. The Beavers have 2 timeouts remaining. They have the wind at their back. So Holcomb kicked the field goal after they were penalized on 3rd and goal at about the 2-yard line. So here we go. Anguiano to kick this one up. Scott City has 2 to return. It's going to be a low kick. It's on the ground, picked up. This is by Wiebe, 30-35, across the 40. And he's still going as the forward progress will be stopped at the 43-yard line. So good field position for Scott City, down 3 with 5:51 to go.
Well, like I said, we're going to get good field position on the kickoff, and we're going to move down the field. You know, in pregame warm-up, I watched Rumford with the wind kick a 50-yard field goal. So we know that is a potential. We don't want to do that. We want to score a touchdown and win the game.
So Scott City does have the wind at their back, 2 timeouts. Both teams, in fact, have 2 timeouts remaining. The Beavers will send 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Vogelmoore on first down. This will be a quarterback keeper left side. Has it blocked well, 45, and he'll take it to the 49-yard line. A gain of 6 on first down. Cooper Cranston's kind of an open field tackle, but a 6-yard run for Vogelmoore, and it's 2nd down and 4.
That's a good start. Let's just keep it going. Use up all the clock and punch it in with 5 seconds to go or something.
What a ball game here tonight.
It has been. Great high school football game.
2nd down, 4. Beavers at their own 49 left hash mark, down 3. Empty backfield. Cook and 1 more receiver to the right. Vogelmoore back to pass on 2nd down. And the pass is, it's going to be intercepted. It's intercepted that time. And across the 45 to the 48-yard line goes Hawk Veneri. And first turnover of the night. Rumford was the intended receiver. He did not see the ball coming his way.
Well, I wondered if Rumford was supposed to cut and break or one way or the other and just kept going. I wondered about that. I don't know. Wow. That didn't come at the right time
We
for
did
Scott City.
have a penalty flag.
Oh, yeah?
I think, but I think it was well after the play. 5:09 to go. And now things start getting a little bit more interesting.
I totally missed where it was thrown at even. Was it right here on our
I wonder if
sideline?
it was on the sideline on the hit out of bounds, but he, yeah, I'm going to hold judgment.
Well, them two guys are out there discussing it.
He had a sideline warning, or I think it was a penalty on Holcomb. And that's going to be a 15-yard penalty. Don't know the... But Holcomb will end up having the football at their own 33 here with 5:09 to go. And both teams with 2 timeouts, Holcomb 10, Scott City 7. Longhorns are trying to end a 4-game losing streak here to Scott City. I don't know if the Beavers realize there's not another player out there. Scott City needs to burn. They got 2 over to the left, now 3 over to the left on 1st and 10. It'll be a hand, or nope, keeper this left side. I don't know if Scott City had everybody on the field, but a gain of 2 to the 35-yard line for quarterback Keegan Johnson. Baylor Vasquez in there, also Trey Ryan, but 2nd and 8 with under 5 to go.
That penalty was illegal participation.
Okay.
Now,
they may have run on the field as the play was going.
Yeah.
All right, 2nd and 8 for Holcomb at their own 35, middle of the field, 4:40 to go. Holcomb 10, Scott City 7. The Longhorns now are +2 in turnovers this year. Scott City now +3. First turnover of the night. The momentum has been along to Holcomb all 4th quarter here. Man in motion, that is Harrell. Pistol setup, handoff up the middle on 2nd down, and here's Corbin Johnson. There's a flag. This one's going to be coming back as Johnson took it to the 42-yard line with 4:19 to go. Holding Holcomb.
Well, it was caused by the penetration of Scott City's
Mendez.
Was that?
And all of a sudden, they've been penalized a lot in this second half, about their 4th penalty here in this second half. Let's see, where are they going to mark this back? I think it should be at the 28, or inside the 28, 25-yard line. There we go. So it's 2nd down, and we'll call it 18 for Holcomb. 4:10 to go, 4th quarter. Holcomb 10, Scott City 7. Section around the 3A playoffs. Winner to Andale next week. 2 receivers set to left, 1 to the right. Tight end right side is Cranston. Now they'll send Harrell in motion. They'll fake it to him. They'll keep it up the middle. Across the 25 to the 29, 30-yard line is going to be Keegan Johnson. He's pushed back there at the 30, 3rd and 13 coming up. Jackson Rumford slowed him down.
Nothing fancy. Holcomb is, they're wanting to do stuff, but boy, they're being very careful with the football.
Holcomb has been 5 of 6 on 4th downs in the second half. They're 7 of 12 tonight overall. Big 3rd down with 3.5 to go. Both teams with 2 timeouts. Holcomb 10, Scott City 7. 3rd and 13. It'll be Luke Tyne split to the right. Also, Jared Harrell will be lined up as a slot receiver to the right. 10 to snap it for Holcomb. You know this is going to be a run play because Harrell is lined up on the line, and now they run one man out of the backfield. It'll be a handoff up the middle. 35. Oh, he almost broke it. Good job by Couchman, and Scott City will burn one of their final 2 timeouts. Boy, he almost broke that one. It's a gain of 5 for Corbin Johnson.
Yes, he did, Adam. Yeah, I saw Turner talking to the official before the last play, and I thought he's going to call a timeout. If they stop Holcomb, it'll be 4th down because, Holcomb would just stand there and run some 40 seconds before they'd kick the football.
So 4th and 8 here. We'll keep it right here with 3:05 to go. This is 10-7 for Holcomb. All the scoring in the second half.
Quarterback Keegan Johnson, he's been with him the entire timeout about what we're going to do, how you're going to do this. You'd think he's going to punt it, but man, you wouldn't think he would do a fake punt, or I don't know.
Andale's extended their lead to 44-7. Snapper, by the way, is Luke Tyne. Scott City has Alex Tarango deep to return, standing at his own 40-yard line, as Keegan Johnson will punt into a win. This will be their first punt of the second half with 3:05 to go. 12 to snap it. High snap. They pull it down. The kick is away. And that's a short kick, and it's going to take a sideways roll toward the Scott City sideline all the way to the 43, 42-yard line. That one dropped at about the 47, 48-yard line, rolled sideways to the 42 of Scott City with 2:56. The Beavers have just one timeout.
Coach Teeter's over there going, we might as well have went for it.
Right?
What they gain on that? 7 yards?
Just 7 yards. He had into the stiff wind at Rock Creek last week. He had a negative 5-yard punt in the first quarter when everything was going wrong for Holcomb in that one. The Beavers need to shake off a turnover. 2:56 to go at the Holcomb 42-yard line, down 3. Let's see, pre-snap movement. And it'll be a play fake on first down. Vogelmoor rolls to his right, steps up. Now we'll just tuck it up and run, and he will get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for Scott City on a slow developing play. Corbin Johnson with the stop, 2nd and 10, 2:44 to go, 10-7 Holcomb.
For Vogelmoor, it must look like, man, look at all the green grass and carpet in front of me. I'm going to take it, and I'm just going to run this. But Holcomb is so quick. You know, he lost a yard on that play.
Yep, he did. He has 12 carries, 42 yards. 2nd and 11, Scott City. Holcomb 43, down 3. 2:20 to go, 18 to snap it. On second down, counter left side, and this is Couchman. He is brought down all the way back to the 45-yard line by Devin Garcia on a loss of 2.
That was that inside counter reverse, and it went nowhere. Backfield, and that's can be a slow developer. It's pretty fast actually for most of those, but it's in the backfield a while.
Scott City really has 2 downs to get this first down. 1:50 to go, fourth quarter, 10-7, and the Beavers is confusion. So they'll run 2 receivers over to the left, 1 to the right on 3rd and 13 at the Holcomb 45-yard line. Pistol set up. Vogelmoor back to pass. Has time. Now under duress as he steps up the pocket, finds Rumford the middle, makes incomplete at the 34 with 1:33 to go. So this is Scott City's season on the line.
Yeah, you either get this 1st and 10 or you're probably done for the season. Wow, I thought that was a good pass. I thought Rumford was going to get it, but the Holcomb kid's hands were right there where Rumford was trying to catch the ball. The ball was thrown low. It wasn't, it was waist high instead of up above.
4th and 13, 1:30 to go. Holcomb and Scott City with confusion in the huddle. They may have to burn their final timeout here. They'll break the huddle with 6 seconds of 5, 3 seconds 2, and they have to burn their final timeout with 90 seconds to go. Let's bow out for a 30-second break. This is Beaver football. Here on KSKL Scott City. And Tim, this is the play of the game. Scott City out of timeouts now with 90 seconds to go, down 10-7.
Yeah, this is it. We either get a 1st and 10, what is it, 4th and 13?
Yep. You have to get it inside the Holcomb 32-yard line.
Yeah.
But the special teams and the turnovers have favored Holcomb in this 4th quarter alone, and that's the difference in this ball game. 4th and 13.
Well, the best defense against passing is going to be pressure. You can bet here they come.
Two receivers to the right, wing to the right, back to pass on fourth down. Vogelmore steps up, goes the right side on the wheel route, and it's going to be too far for Couchman, and that is it. And Holcomb has come in here and has stunned Scott City, and the Beavers will end at 9-2 on the year.
Yeah.
Man, that's a tough loss.
We had several people open on the inside there, about 20 yards downfield, a couple of them. But I think that triangle is where they wanted to go.
Holcomb will go to Andale next week. The season's over for the Beavers in heartbreaking fashion at home, where they've been undefeated all season long. And 3 kneel downs will do it here with 1:24 to go. 10-7 your final.
Well, in playoff games, it had been Scott City 3 and Holcomb had won 2. I had a horrible thought about that when I was writing that down today, thinking it's their turn to win. Oh, that hurts.
It's one of those games where you hate to lose, but you just love to win. Holcomb will have one more, maybe 2 more kneel downs here. Heartbreak on Scott City's side, jubilation on Holcomb's side. I'll have one more snap here, and that'll do it.
Yeah.
Can't win them all, but hey, what a ball game and what a season.
It was a great ball game. Good high school football game. And the winner gets to go to Andale and take on a team that they've won 81 straight games at home.
After tonight. Holcomb, Keegan Johnson goes in the foul kneel down, and that's all she wrote. So Holcomb is going to be 9-2, headed to 11-0 Andale in the sub-state round next week. Scott City ends a fantastic season, folks. 9-2. You hate to see the season come to an end, and unfortunately ended here at home tonight. And Scott City is now 5-8 all time in the section round the playoffs. They have really had a hard time getting past the third round, and Holcomb, for the first time since 2017, is into the sub-state championship game. Final score, Holcomb 10, Scott City 7. Post-game coverage should begin in 3 minutes. This is Beaver Football.